Right, I think everyone can hear me, just not you guys yet. Boom. Should be able to hear us all now. Hello, Tinterweb. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. Saturday, the 6th day. One more to go, and then we do it all again. We stream lots and lots of tabletop. Tonight is Pathfinder 2nd edition. I'm going to move Zek up a bit so you can see. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Nice. So, we're doing Pathfinder 2nd edition tonight. This is our homebrew campaign, The Call of Stone. We're playing in the world of Colossus, which we play our D&D in as well. So lots and lots of stuff will be coming out and crossing over. It's going to be amazing. Right, let's go through the cooly-wooly stuff. Right, so we've got social media. We have Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Type in Heavyweight Gaming and you will find us. Or you can go beneath the stream and there's lots of little buttons that say exactly that on them, and you can go straight to our account and be like, hey, I'll follow this lunatic. And you'll see all the things that we're doing, tabletop and geeky. That's the social media side. Facebook, not Facebook. YouTube. I'm very tired today. YouTube, we've got a YouTube channel. If you go to YouTube and just put Heavyweight Gaming in, you will find everything we've been doing since around March time. Loads and loads of tabletop stuff on there, and the odd me shooting stuff. But yeah, so get your bums on there and have a check of that. Our lovely sponsors for this evening are Sawdustandswearwords, who are a very, very talented woodworking small business. You can find them on Facebook at Sawdustandswearwords. Go check out their photo album and you will see just incredible work. They are also currently working on a unique custom dice tray for the charity stream we're doing at the end of the month that I will get to in a second. Our other sponsors are Just Games GSY, the lovely Sir Gawain, aka Stu. If you go to justgames.gg, you can discover all manner of gaming, literally all manner of gaming, cards, dice, board, Xbox, etc, etc. Keep going, RPG, everything you want you can find there. So go check them out, lovely, lovely. The 48-hour thing I mentioned a moment ago, bam, you should see a picture in the bottom right hand corner. I'm going to make that bigger for you lovely folk. Whee! Full screen, there we go. We're at the end of the month. Make that small again. At the end of the month, we are doing a 48-hour gaming challenge where for 48 hours we will be playing tabletop, playing on PC games like Warcraft and Destiny and Broforce, which I can't wait to play with Benefit. It's going to be amazing on the Friday night. We're doing tabletop, such things as Pathfinder, D&D, Carbon 2185, Vampire the Masquerade, Call of Cthulhu, Aliens, Gamma Worlds, and I think an Urban Fantasy 5e thing that Luke's putting together. That's going to be really cool. So for 48 hours, all that'll be happening for 3 charities. Those 3 charities are Mind, which is a mental health charity, Mermaids, which is a pride charity, and Rainbow Trust, which is for poorly kids. If you go to Google and put those charities in, you will find some incredible information about what they do, why they do it, how they do it, what they're doing with what they raise, etc, etc. It's 3 great charities, so if you are able, please donate. If not, don't worry about it, but shout as loudly as you can so we can get as much reach as we possibly can. If you go to the Just Giving page and donate, please remember that, as you can see on the picture, Mind is associated with me, Mermaids associated with Kelly, and Rainbow Trust associated with Rob. That's just how Just Giving set up their page. It's linked to a person. So depending on which charity you want to donate to, please click our names appropriately. If you donate via the Twitch stream or the button below, it will go into the Twitch account, at which point I can manually move it to the charity that you wish. So please make a note on your donation if you use the donation button below the Twitch stream, and I'll move that across. Now, the thing that is not on this over there, but I'm going to try and quickly add it now. The dice tray that Sawdust and Swearwords have been making and is up for grabs. It's coming to your screens 2 seconds from now, give or take. Hang on, here we go. Bam. Bam. Oof. Let me just bear with. Bam. There we go. So as you can see, the woodwork and the tray bit here, absolutely beautiful, and some little dice pots behind and some other stuff that they've been got going on in the old Sawdustandswearwords world. If you go to Sawdustandswearwords on Facebook, you can see a little video that Dave's done of the dice tray being used. It looks pretty badass. It's gorgeous. I kind of want to steal it for myself, but I won't. But every £2 donation you make, specifically for that tray, your name gets put in a hat. So if you donate £10 and it's for the tray, then you get 5 names, your 5 names in the hat. If you do donate for it, please make sure you do a note that says this is for the tray, or the word tray, dice tray, anything that lets me know that that's what it's for. Otherwise, I'll assume it's a normal donation. If you donate anonymously, I'll just assume it's another donation, because I'm not going to chase you down. So please, if you donate, if you want a crack at the dice tray that I've just shown, £2 per go, please make sure you add the note to say it's us. All people, players, etc. are allowed to have a go at it. The only person that can't is myself. So, I think... Oh, we've got a Patreon page. You can go to Patreon, put Heavyweight Gaming in. We've got stuff there. Have a look at it, download it, read it. If you like it, throw up a Patreon. Simples. If you want to throw in your Twitch Prime that you get from Amazon Prime, please do. If you don't want to give it to us, try and give it to another content creator. It costs you nothing, and it means Amazon will be paying a couple of quid to a content creator you like. Lovely. There we go. That's all the official businessy stuff out of the way. Bam, 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 bam. Also, on a more grown-up note, it is bastard warm. I am not enjoying having to turn my fan off to do this stream. So this is the commitment we've got to you people. And these lunatics with masks. So, all myself will be putting your names in the raffle lever. I mean, feel free, Sawdust. I know you won't win. Right, so we join our players. I'm going to go straight to the battle map. Shabam! We join our players who are currently beneath the surface. They were on their way to the capital city of Valkau. Let's move Zach up so people can see. They were on their way to the city of Valkau and took a slight detour when they faced some tundra scorpions and ended up going down a chute, following a big double doors, opening them up, going through a stone forest, avoiding a fight with some Parghest. They went through a underground henge, went out the back of it, found a stone forge. Tevay made a rune that was then applied to Gavain's armour. You then carried on further down and around. You went down the chute, hole within the cave system down to a place that has clearly been crafted by dwarves. There are druidic and dwarven symbology and writings all over the pillars and walls where you've been trekking around. You got into a fight with a hydra. I say you got into a fight with a hydra. You saw a hydra, you put it in the bin. You moved on with your lives. You then got into a fight with a lot of kobolds. A couple of them ran away screaming for the alarm. You managed to take them out. It turns out Zek's not overly fond of kobolds. So,
Nemesis!
Yep. So so you managed to deal with them as you dealt with them and took a bit of a whooping when some of the more special kobolds were killed. They exploded, basically. And it put a lot of you on your ass, lots of heals went off. And then we left it with a very large lizard creature with a scale stone shield and a thick club in their hands, coming at you from somewhere beyond. And for all those at home, we use Sirenscape for our background music. So please let me know if you can hear it or not on the stream, and I'll turn it up or lower it at your discretion. So, we left it with Sinis. You'd all just healed up. And Sinis, it is your turn. Remember, you can only see in your bubble.
I'll move slightly. Yeah, I'm going to catch up to my buddy Gavain. I'm going to see Big Boy, and I'm going to be like, oh no, what is that? And I'm going to Bardic lore it.
Alright, give me a roll.
Yep, wait for my character sheet to do the thing. Come on. There we go.
It's
gravy time.
I'm just happy I get considered busy.
Thank you very much for the follow. Polite outrage. That was brilliant.
That's amazing.
14. It is some sort of massive lizard.
Yeah,
There
I've got
are-
a +10.
There are creatures that you know of and have heard, God knows in how many recountings of tales and adventures and stuff, of massive drake-like creatures. Most of them are either on all fours, or serving as mounts, or just so big that they're attacking groups of wannabe adventurers. But the odd tale comes through that they are lizard folk, just massive. There's no major detail that you can pull.
In which case, I'll just say, if I've got the time and lizard coat, you're right, Biggin.
Alright, big un. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Right, I'm sorry it's being changed. Right, persuade. Would that be performance?
No, not persuasion. Diplomacy.
That's,
Of the 3 RPGs I play, I get every single one of them wrong.
16!
16?
15.
Oh, 15. It looks back at you and in the same sort of, not quite the same accent, but a language you understand, just says, "I squish you, little one."
Yeah. In which point, if I've got the time to say a warning to the rest,
Yeah, go on.
he's here to fight, kill him.
I mean, it's a
That's
warning.
me.
So that's Sidis's go. It's now its go. And it is stood right next to Gavin.
So,
Right, so Gavin. First of all, it will slam down with its club and try and hit you with a nat 1. Nat 1, kids, we've started. So it will do.
hey, remember that Hydra last week, Eddie?
It will do 7.
Yeah.
I remember a speed bump.
I noticed AD missed it out in his recap.
I don't know what you mean. The 8 nat 20s in the first 9 rolls. It will swing the club down at you and slam into its own shin. And in a rage, it'll spin and its thick scaled tail will come round at you. And it'll try and hit you with its tail. He says. Four. That's obviously before the. So what's that? 16 in total.
Clang.
Jesus. As its tail comes over, you sort of duck and put your shield up, and it skims off your shield and goes over your head.
Like an episode of Nightmare, this.
Yeah. Duck now. Zek, you're up.
Spellcasting. F-I. I'm gonna move up to see what all the fuss is about. Let out a squeal of eek, and then shoot it with my bow.
Cool.
Does a 20 hit?
It does not.
Ah.
So
I
the
will
arrow
try a
just shings off its shield.
I'll try a second shot. Does a 25 hit?
It does not.
Ah. That's it then. That's all my actions gone. Good luck, Evane. You've got this.
To bit.
It's not two
No,
first. Oh, yeah.
I think you said Duvet.
To there, yeah. To there.
So, I'm going to do your favourite thing, Eddie.
I shall roll a will save. 28.
28.
Damn!
Damn! Yeah, it passes. I will use my third action to cast shield.
It still does half damage though, doesn't it?
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
basic,
so-
yeah, basic save, still half damage.
Oh, you did it.
Hashtag Days Squad straight out the bat.
So it does a grand total of 5, which it then halves.
Go. And then your third action was to what?
Shield.
Ah,
They
shield.
basically summoned a magical shield for
Yep.
me to hide behind.
Coolios. Sir Gawain.
Ooh.
Well, he's done me the pleasure of moving towards me, so it'd be rude not to. Stab. Oh, maybe not. 20.
Does not hit.
Bang.
You climb off his scale stone shield. Give me a law check, Gawain.
Lore.
What law do you have? Give me a.
Heraldry.
What's highest, your religion or heraldry?
My religion is 6. My heraldry is 7.
I will allow you to pick.
I'll have a heraldry for 24 people.
24. The shield in its hand is made of scale stone, which is the equivalent of unobtainium. It is an incredibly rare material that only from the Lake of Glycia does it come, and the mine that it used to come from is long gone, and the only people that have scale stone in their heraldry is the monarch of Savoy. So it's a very, very impressive shield.
Okay. Might sound weird, but from the way he's holding it, is he reverently holding it, or is he kind of? Does it look like he doesn't really care about that so much, and is kind of just using it because it's there?
Call him A, call him B, mate.
Cool. Big ass lizard with a shield. I am a moderately sized orc with a shield. I rolled a 16 on my second attack.
You clang off said shield.
And I then raise my shield. I have a shield off. Haha! Well met!
Cool. Sinis, back round to you.
Days!
Yes.
About
Jesus
10 days
Christ.
to do the work.
30.
Jesus.
That is actually a crit success because I think my DC is 20. So I don't think anything happens.
I'll take that.
Let me
What's,
let me just check.
what about your third action?
Give me 1 minute. I'm actually gonna move slightly further back. Oh no, I need to be able to see him for days. I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna load my sling. I think that takes 1 action.
Okay.
So I can fire it next round. But yeah, that's me.
Right, you go in. Club to the face. That's better. 34.
Yeah, that's 10 over my 24 AC.
Cool. Take 18 points of damage.
18.
Yes. So that is the
I
lowest.
will,
I could have done.
snap my shield into place, and the shield will take some damage as well as me.
Okay.
So hardness 7. Did you say 18? 1-8.
Yes, 18.
Cool.
1-8, yeah.
So hardness 7. Soaks that. I take 9. Not minus 9. I mean 24. Ow.
Tail will come round again. I doubt that's gonna work. 18. Sorry, 19.
No, it's
Zek, you're up.
Okay.
Give me a perception check, Zek.
A perception check. Okay. A 25.
Cool. every attack that's come at this creature, it's deflected with the shield.
Okay. Time to divide and conquer. I'm gonna move around here.
Cool.
Awesome. I am then gonna stab it with my dog slicer.
Flat-footed.
30.
30 does indeed hit.
Its AC is obviously dropped by 2.
Correct, and it's not a crit.
Okay. It does 19 points of damage in total.
19.
And then in my other action, I'm gonna drink a healing potion.
Healing potion.
For 13.
Is that you
That's
done?
it, I'm done.
Teve.
Quick question: is he medium or large?
Large.
Probably too big. Right. In that case, I'm just going to try divine enhancing him. So I'm going to have to roll a hit. There. That's 26 to hit.
26. Is he flat-footed to everyone else or only to you and Gavin?
Everybody.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, it hits.
Amazing. I imagine it's not a crit, so it's 8 chaotic damage. And 1 action to cast my shield.
Cool. It's after the horrendously accurate stab from the dog slicer and then the divine lance from yourself. The lizard is not happy. Gavin.
Cool. Deal with not happy. Come on, Gavin. 31! Nat 20.
Damn.
Here we go. 14 damage.
Woo. Yeah, you slam your longsword through the thick scales. It tries to put the shield in the way, but you just duck under it and take a massive gash out of his flank.
And second time lucky. Probably going to happen to wait because. Probably do healing myself. Actually, thinking about it. That would be that would probably be an idea. I will lay on hands.
You will lay on hands. Cool.
Oh, not that one. Cool. And then I put my shield back up.
Cool. So while we're on it, you guys have just received a team reroll from Sawdustandswearwords. For those watching, if you've done it 200 bits, this lot will get a team reroll that they must use this session. They can only hold 5 at any one time, and they can't use it on any of my rolls. There we go. Thank you, Sawdust. Sidis, you're up.
Yeah, if you can make me a wisdom save, that'd be glorious.
14.
Yeah, no! That's a crit fail. Oh no,
Right,
my
no.
save is 20, it's just a fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having a moment. It is
D6 to kick out.
so that will be 5.
5 points of
5
damage.
total damage. And then I'm a weapon with my sling. Gonna find my ring. Not gonna go anywhere, but I feel like I've been useful. 18, it just kind of goes.
The pebble hits the shield. It's lovely.
That.
Cool.
Yeah, that's me, mate.
Lovely jubbly. 2 seconds. I've got shit everywhere. I've got nowhere to put stuff. Right, you have to. God damn. Stay there. Don't you dare. Right, after Sinis, it's go. Seeing Zach and seeing Gavin, it will swing its tail at Zach for a 31.
Yeah, that hits.
Can you give me a fortitude save?
Probably not. 17.
You are correct. You are slowed 1 until the end of your next turn.
It's okay, I'll look it up.
I think it's just your movement, mate. And your damage for that was...
Ooh, was it damage?
I was hoping Sir Gawain would stand in and do something.
Yeah, it's on reaction to his damage, so it's fine. It'll still happen. It might have not been a damaging effect, is what I was holding off for.
Yes, it is a damaging effect, and it is 22 points of bludgeoning.
Ow! I am your foe. So, Zek, obviously you get resistance to this of... I forgot my level we are. 6. Resistance 6, Zek.
So 16 points. You take 16 points of bludgeoning, Zek.
And I have 3 hit on Big Boy, which misses.
Which misses, yep.
And I'm gonna do my reaction, which is to stab him back.
Okay.
21.
You stab him back and he puts the shield in the way.
Damn it!
Note to 80, I have used my reaction for the round, so you can stab me and I can't put my shield in the way.
Note to Stu. No. He will then slam his club towards you for a 21.
That actually misses.
Cool. That's his turn. Zach, you're up.
Awesome. Well, being slowed means I lose 1 of my actions, so I only have 2. So I'm gonna try and stab him again. 20.
20 clangs off the shield.
Right, and then my other action is to drink another Healy potion. Awesome. 15 hit points back.
So there you are up.
This guy looked a bit. Should I give this guy nails or do I heal the people? I'm going to move slightly. 15, 20, 20. I am actually not going to bother moving because I'm close enough already. I'm going to spend all 3 actions casting heal at 2nd level. So all living creatures in 30 feet. Sadly, I need to heal these 3. I need to heal my 2 allies. Sadly, the baddie will take some healing.
Don't do it.
Too late now.
Oh.
Everybody get 12 HP back.
Okay.
Thank you to the.
Oh, that was a mistake. That took me above my maximum.
Oh,
There's a very, very confused look on the lizard's face.
Alright, my damage to him was slightly more than 12. Yeah, positive on damage.
Is that you done, Tavir?
Yeah, that's all 3 actions.
Cool, Gavin, you're up.
No, I'll give around. I'm just gonna hit him.
Cool.
Heroically hit him. When roll 20, like, there we go. No, roll 20, that's the wrong dice. Sorry, I'm not having that. You got a hero point yet?
You
We've got a reroll.
I know, I'm joking. I'm re-rolling it. I know we got a proper reroll, but we got a hero point. Oh, there we go. 27 to hit.
27 does hit.
Cool. 10 points of slashing damage.
The confused look goes away.
I'm then gonna move. There. And raise my sword.
Okay. Sinis.
Cool. I'm gonna use space out slightly because I hate being in a line. But want to make sure I can still see him. I'm basically gonna move down a square. And yeah, I'm gonna load my sling for next round. And can you make me will save?
Will save.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Oh, sorry, Kerry. Sorry. My bad. I just realised I couldn't. I'm supposed to be there.
Oh, okay. I'll stay where I was then.
Does that mean he's no longer flat-footed?
He's no longer flat-footed and flanked now.
He isn't when you move.
Amazing.
Right.
And did you make me a will save?
Oh yeah. That is 31.
Crit success. I don't think anything happened.
So
crit
I've discovered that the lizard creature cannot hit for tough.
He got
Great success, nothing happens. Okay.
Give me a sec while I make sure nothing happens if he. Oh no! Wait. No, if it doesn't say, but he loses anything if it succeeds because it's still half damage.
No, it's in the rule.
Oh, is it in the
Spells,
actual rules
can-
for spells?
cantrips.
Ignore.
All
Continue.
cantrip, crit success, nothing happens. Regular success, half damage. Regular
Yeah.
failure, full damage.
I'm not going to move. I'll load my sling. I've dazed. That's me.
Now it's turn. It will try and tail slam Gavin. 27.
We'll succeed.
You are fortitude save, please.
23.
23. You just fail. You are slowed for 1 turn, so you lose an action point.
Okay.
And you take 13 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
Yeah.
It will then smash the club at Zek with a nat 20.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
Thank you, Bardic Inspiration.
It's a bard now? Right.
You see, as the tail slams into Gavin, the club just crashes into Zek and does 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wow, I really wish we were still flanking so I could attack him back. Oh, no, wait, we're not. bloody paladins, just can't stand still.
Sorry, but you do resist 6 of that.
Yeah, fair.
And smack.
Right, so now
24 to hit him if he's on.
24, because he's no longer flanked, that misses.
Ah, that would have hit if he was flanked.
So I'm trying to establish his AC.
It's a ballsy way of doing it.
26 or 25.
So, Zek, is this your first round slowed?
No, this is my second round slowed.
Right, so you're not slowed anymore.
Thank you.
Cool.
Right, well, noticing that this creature seems to no longer be flanked, I will maneuver to somewhere I vaguely think that Sir Gawain may have moved to.
It's a rough guess, but you're pretty accurate.
Is it flanked again?
It is, yeah.
Huzzah! The rogue can do things! Now I will stab him.
Don't get carried away.
Whoa, 29.
Oh yeah, that is.
Ah, 16 points of damage.
16.
Yes.
Oh, I'll remember it.
And another healing potion. Okay, that was 12.
Is that you, Dubs?
That's me. I'm done.
Today?
I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement at the big thing.
Ray of Enfeeblement? Ooh. You
So-
do not. That's a save, isn't it? Why are you casting it?
Cause I messed up my thingies. I never got round to the thing.
Alright, so you want to save, yeah? Fortitude.
Oh wait, no, I did do it right. Attempt to range spell attack against the target. If you succeed, the creature attempts a fortitude.
Ah, right.
Determine its effect. If you critically succeed, it gets increased to a more damaging level.
What about if you
I'm-
critically fail?
If I miss the attack, I miss the attack. Nothing happens. It's a spell.
Cool.
However, if we've got hero points, I'm gonna totally just re-roll that
Yeah,
attack.
you all start with a hero point.
Ah.
Still, your ray shoots off across the short way and does not land on the creature.
I'm a cashier.
Yeah, you do. Give in.
Stab. 21.
Alright, didn't mean to click that.
Unfortunately,
Right.
does not hit.
Who's the slightly more furious stab? 18.
Does not hit. Both land on the shield.
I can't actually get frustrated. This guy's matching me blow for blow. He's a mighty foe and he's a worthy opponent. I raise my shield.
Sinis,
Um,
it's not looking cracking, I'll give it that.
okay, we're definitely doing damage to it, yeah. It's
Oh
not.
yeah, it's not invincible. This thing's covered in gashes and cuts and arrows and
I'm gonna fling the sling at it. Probably missed, but I'll give it a go. Oh yeah, no, there was no point in that. I may in fact take much damage.
attack 12, you do indeed. You take half the
Cool.
damage you cause, so you take 1 point of damage.
Yay!
As you just let go of the string a bit too late, and it just slams you straight in the face.
At which point, he's gonna make me a wisdom save.
Go back to what you know.
He
I'm
is
trying
not
to mix it up a bit. It's not working.
That's right,
19.
mate.
He failed. So I'll roll my d6. 8 mental damage.
8.
8.
So yeah, you see blood pouring out of the eyes and nostrils and around the teeth.
So you know it's a good day.
Ooh.
If their eyes are leaking fluids, it's a good day.
Right. A little bit angry now. A step forward. Tail slams Sinis. Oh dear.
Yeah.
That's quite a big hit. 35?
Jesus!
Yes, that hits.
Does it count as more than a crit if it doubles your AC?
Yeah, my AC is 18, so I'm pretty sure
It's a
yeah,
crit.
it's definitely a crit.
Take 34 points of bludgeoning damage.
Still up.
Resistance 6.
So take 28 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, boy.
Does the resistance stay on, Gavin?
It's only against the damage of that blow.
Okay. So why did Zek get it the second time?
He didn't. He got well because he got it the second round when you hit him.
Alright, cool. So yeah, so you take 28 points as the tail slams into Sinis. Can I have a fortitude save from you? I'm just going to assume you'll fail this, so I'll put a snail on you.
I'm going so I'm
You know, I
assuming
barely
that
passed.
was close, but blue line, yeah. Yeah, I'll just be close. That's fine.
Yeah, you're slowed for 1 round, so you lose an action point.
Oh, it's alright, still got 2 per days, all is well.
And it'll slam its club at Gavin.
Yeah.
21.
Is a miss.
Cool. It's your go, Zach.
Okay. I'm gonna take my step forward, so it is still flanking now.
Visually, it looks heavily wounded. It's what's the word? Body movement and such just seems to be ignoring it, but it does look pretty fucked up.
Okay. Well, in the traditional goblin sense, I'm gonna stab it. Oh! In the ghoulies!
That hits it.
Ah.
Oh, gosh.
But at least you get the backstab.
Right.
For 31 points of damage. Booyakasha.
Shit, yeah, man.
I mean, you just hit like Sidious for 36, so you can't moan about 31.
I hit Sinis with a large lizard creature with a massive tail. He stabbed me with a flick knife.
I stabbed you in the bum.
To me, says about, overcompensation. But
Yeah. It's not about the size of it, it's where you cut the femoral artery.
So you just
You
cut
carry
a
the
foot long. You what, man?
You used to carry the overcompensator.
I am the overcompensator. So you put a foot long gash in the bum of the lizard, and it wavers, and there is blood pouring out of it, absolutely gushing on the floor. But the creature still stands. You got out left? You got another attack?
Yeah, it didn't hit me last time. I will try a second attack. Oh yes, there's a 9.
That's a critical fail, so you will take 5 points of slashing damage.
Karma, she be not a nice woman.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that one. You don't get like holy intervention of you hitting yourself.
Awesome.
my card was justice, so I'm gonna just be quiet.
You shut up, lizard. You and me are gonna have words about your cards.
To be fair, Gavin, I'd love you to see you do a retributive strike against Sek.
Just backhand him.
Tavir.
Medicine to see if I think this guy should be dead. It's clearly the shield that's keeping him up.
Give me a medicine roll.
That's what I was thinking. Seems it right.
One moment while we load characters. Medicine roll.
No.
A 7.
I mean, is it even a lizard?
Right off, mate.
Okay, then.
Really hard way to ask for an icy for an icy way to find out if it's at 0 HP.
Not on a 7.
Yeah, exactly.
How many hits have you got left?
Set my wounds.
You might work an LT.
So you got
That's what I'm sure I've seen at LARP.
so you got 2 action points left.
I've got 2, then I'm just going to daze it.
19.
It fails. It takes an almighty 6 mental damage.
Boom.
I don't believe it!
It drops to its knees and falls forwards towards Gavin and Sinis. Can you both give me reflex saves?
At least it was the goblins that killed it.
Your own house rule. I tell you.
My favourite house rule.
Sorry, I think it's 6 minutes on.
Yeah.
Reflex?
Yeah. Reflex, yeah. Hey, we've got Red Dice Diaries on. Hey up, John, you alright, Paul?
Probably not, ain't it? 18.
18. 18's fine. So you only take half. Gawain, reflex.
Probably still coming down.
Have you done one, Gawain?
Oh, you wanted me from me? Sorry, I thought you said today.
Do you know?
Sorry, I wasn't directly calling it. 18.
Both of you, so you both take half damage. Cool.
Yeah.
You both take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as the creature falls forward and just limbs and that hit you.
I'm gonna look at it as it's lying there and go, huh. Haha! Next!
Really? Really?
I'm gonna make a moan about the wanting to be at least bought dinner first.
So, the creature dies. Let's get rid of you. The creature dies, falls forwards. All is quiet in the dwarven room that you are. As that creature dies, you notice that the light in the chambers and stuff starts to return, and it is no longer dark. So you can all see with there's a glowing greens and blues, real pale, some darker, all in there that you notice are radiating from the druidic scriptures, and the supernatural darkness that was there before fades. So you can all remove your little sight bubbles.
Does everything in here look structurally sound, AD? Because I'm very aware of load-bearing bosses.
It does, yeah.
Yay!
Today, do you want to have a look at this shield?
Oh.
I would consider it rare and inappropriate for something like this to have one of those unless it's been gifted by a certain station of person.
I mean, just before you do that, Timmy, would you mind healing us all? I mean, Sinis looks like she's about to fall off.
I'm gonna just have a nap.
If y'all want, well, I'm going to wait a couple of seconds for it to be properly dead because I don't want it to benefit from all the healing again.
Or we
I'll
could
stab
just
it
cut
again.
its head off.
I'm pretty sure it's dead, Timmy.
Are you healing? Are you doing your mass heal today?
Mutilate the corpse first.
I'm letting that attack that Sir Gawain just do kill the corpse first.
He misses.
Or just
I don't think I do miss. It's a very static thing.
You're wrong, you miss.
No,
Yeah,
it's not like
it's-
me, I missed.
It's dead, it's dead.
Actually, just to guarantee the increase of heal, I'm going to cast it at first level. All three of y'all look up, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You all look fucked.
I'm actually okay.
Okay, I'm look at. Yeah, Sinis looks like she's about to fall. Her brain's about to fall out. So
I'll take Gawain's healing if he feels fine.
I'll let you. I'll do the battle medicine thing. So, Mr. DM,
Yep.
what's the treat wound DC you want me to use?
Oh, who you treating wounds on?
Sinis first.
Yep.
Basically,
That's fine.
Good.
That's fine.
works.
Yep.
So-
15's your DC.
Cracking. So re-rolls. Can I re-roll dice? Because on these 2d8, they both came up 1.
You can use your reroll for whatever dice roll you wish.
Guys, do you mind if I use the group re-roll for this?
Go ahead. I don't
That's
mind.
better. That's an 8, and you get +8 from me doing the thing, so you get 16 back.
Yay!
I'm gonna do the same thing to neck.
Is that, yeah, 15 again's your DC?
Okay, sorry. Well, Dennis changes that. Medicine. 24.
Nice.
Oh, not quite a crit. That's, although much better. You get 19 back.
Yeah.
I'm not too bad. In fact, I used battle medicine in thing. Sure, I'm gonna just use the treat wounds on you as well since we're out of combat.
Yeah, legit.
And Sigurvein.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
And you can't use your reroll.
And I can't use a reroll.
Comes the orc and
Javain pulls out a bandage and just does it on himself. Thank you, Javain.
It's totally But to be fair, on failure you still regain 8 damage.
Much.
So,
That means I can't actually do it myself then. Okay, how much do I gain from you, sorry?
you get 8 back. Off
8
me.
back, cool.
You also can't do it yourself anyway, because even when he attempts the roll,
Yeah, it's true.
makes
yeah.
you immune to it for 24 hours.
That is very true. I was going to say...
My skill makes you immune to it for 10 minutes instead of 24 hours.
Nice.
What I was going to suggest, Zek, is can we hear anything immediately approaching us?
Give me a perception check.
13.
All is quiet. It's a bit windy.
28.
Cool. All is really quiet.
Shall we take a moment to refocus?
I would love a nap.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no magic spells. I'm just all good all the time. I
This
totally
isn't
did not
anything to
drop
do
my
with
dog
spells.
slicer.
I
Yeah.
just want a nap.
Can I have a nap in the corners, in it?
I'm gonna start looking at the shield. What do you want me to use, AD? Presumably crafting.
Does it have any pouches?
It does not. What, the shield or the lizard?
The lizard.
I think he means the shield. The lizard.
The lizard does have a belt and pouches upon it.
Winning! I'm going after that. You can look after the shield.
I'll look at the shield.
Cool. In the... Alright, damn, we'll get to that. In the pouches, you discover 14 gold pieces that look like they've been chewed.
Nice touch.
Stupid lizards. I mean, stupid this lizard.
8 silver pieces.
Oh.
And a perfectly smooth pink ball bearing.
Ooh.
Yep.
Yeah, recorded.
So, Tave, on your crafting skill, the shield is indeed made from a material called scale stone that is rare as rocking horse shit. It was supposed to have gone away long ago. The mine that it got taken from is part of the legends of Savai and the weapons and armour they used when creating this great kingdom, etc., etc. But that was years ago, and the mine near Glycia's lake is all but empty, apparently, and only those of super import are wielding scale stone as weapon or armour or otherwise. To see it on a massive lizard down below it's a little bit confusing. But it is very well crafted. It's definitely made of scale stone, and it definitely holds some enchantments of sorts.
I'll just round the bulk of that out, the history part.
Yeah.
I'm not good. However, I will end it with Gawain. Can you hold this? Can you wield this?
It's as big as your tower shield.
Nice. I just hold up a hand, 2 fingers for a moment while sort of muttering prayers and stuff. And after 10 minutes of mental refocusing,
Hey, Tibet, we could use this as a table.
I will. Okay, so I have an intimate relationship with my shield.
Okay.
No one needs to know.
Yeah, you did read his
I tried
backstory.
to explain it. How well do you understand about the way that divine works today? And can I talk in like?
If it's a holy
terms, or
item
are
for you, if,
Say again, sorry?
if it's a holy item for you, then fair enough.
Yes. So I don't know if I would be better off with this particular shield, because this is a holy item of Glycia, and I don't follow her, so it may be a bit of a not so much a.
Faux pas.
I mean,
No, I'm not thinking of faux pas. That's not what I'm thinking. Not so much as a. I would not feel right carrying unless it was necessary to do so. I can carry it for you. I'm happy to sling it on my back. I may not wield it.
Hey,
And I will certainly honour it as what it is.
Yes to
Dick. Basically, Crafter's Eye, is it a better shield than the one he's wearing?
As a heads up for you, Martin, or today, my shield is currently 9 hit points out of 30, so there's that going for it.
His shield looks like it has been hit by a 15-foot lizard with a club.
As well as a hydra.
Yeah.
Whereas the one that you've just witnessed get absolutely battered by you lot looks perfectly shiny. And the stonework of it is actual stone, but it is smoothed out. And before Gawain got his battered, it was as smooth as his steel. But it is definitely made of stone. In fact, the stone has a very similar first glance on your high crafting roll as Sinis's scales. But it's definitely stone, which hence the name Scale Stone.
Oh, I'm gonna throw an extra one out here. Those stone scales happen to look anything like that wyvern upstairs. Maybe a lot
Less rough and more glamorous, more expensive stone. If you were to, for some reason, walk into a stone shop.
My concern was more that this is literally hewn out of an ancient stone dragon.
You can think what you want.
I mean,
I'll
at
just
the end
put
of the day, what I'm thinking is we can sell it if Sir Gawain doesn't really want it.
I mean,
I would seek to return it to those who would who would look after it.
I mean, I say sell, you say return. Either way, we get a reward, yeah?
I'm sure that Glycia's followers would be more than happy to receive this and give you a generous reward for its recovery.
There we go then. We're going to make it the money. It's a fun.
Like I said, when I looked at it, in my head, this was something like normally only found on the royal family kind of terms.
Ah, okay. So,
Like
you know, some
proper
prince lost his
like
shield.
proper heritage kind of thing. So, yes.
I can try and wield it. I've never really used a shield.
It's a tower shield specifically, which I think you might need to be given.
In which case, no, I cannot.
Unlike normal Pathfinder, I don't think so. It's just you get a massive speed penalty for tower shields.
yeah, basically, using a tower shield gives you +2 AC, but gives you a -5 foot speed, and it has +4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you not have to be trained in it or anything like that? Or
I
think
can't find anything that says you need to be trained.
yeah, I think it's just under
Okay.
your shields. Are you trained in shields? Yes, no.
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 I doubt the bard is trained in shields.
No, I'm not, but I can't find any.
But neither's the cleric or the champion or
I'm
the
not
fighter.
sure about the champion. I didn't get that far.
that. I can. Right, to be fair, you've got that.
Bam, 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 bam. Let's do this.
Fighter.
Yeah, it's simple martial weapons, all armor. You see. Yeah. Doesn't shield's not under its own specific list.
Yeah, yeah. You might be okay then.
What I will do is touch it. I'm going to use one of my actions to gently shift the colours of my scales slightly and see if it has any impact on it. I don't think it will, but I'm going to try it.
Okay, you can you carry the shield.
Alright.
You convert to look like.
I can't find anything that says you can't use it.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. The only thing you don't benefit from is some of the shield-related things you can do, like shield block reaction. If your class doesn't normally have that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
Then
you don't
you
have
don't
the
combat,
raise the
but you-
shield feat, then you can't use that. But otherwise, you can use shields.
Yeah,
Which is the massive benefits of shields in Pathfinder 2 is getting it in the goddamn way so you don't take all the hit points with the damage. Not getting an AC bonus. An AC bonus is inconsequential.
No, it's really helpful when the DM rolls 1 below your AC because your shield bonus is 2.
Absolutely, but you know, if it rolls a 31, That plus 2 AC is not going to help you that much. Whereas it reducing by hardness the damage that you take and absorbing half of it.
So I'm going to read the shield section.
Right, so, Sinis, you can use the shield. That's what it says in the shield section.
Yes. But it is bulk 4.
Carrying it will slow you down by 5 foot as well.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's also bulk 4, so I don't know how much bulk you're carrying.
I haven't got a clue, mate.
Probably not much.
You probably.
I've got the glaive, so.
Let's go with you can't carry much else.
Yeah, that was going to be my. Most of what I've got is very small.
Cool.
But that's fine. I'll read what they do. AD, if I take some time to shift the colour of my scales, which I can.
Yep.
Yeah, I can do it in an action slightly. Does it have any impact on the shield at all? I assume it doesn't, but I'm just seeing if it will
then
respond.
does the shield react to your scale colour?
Yeah.
No, the shield remains a powder blue, real pale blue scale colour.
Oh,
You gotta do your magic ready thingy.
read aura?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll read its aura. Is it got any schools of magic, AD?
Abjuration.
Abjuration, mate.
Oh no.
There you
Cool. I'm now going to read the shield bit.
go.
Cool. So what are you doing, kids? You've looted, robbed, etc. Where you are, and now you can see the light. There is a right where Gawain is stood. You can see a natural tunnel going further down, and then you can obviously go elsewhere in that little dwarven area that you've been walking around in the dark.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Right, we ready to move on, or should we head back, or what do you want to do?
What do we get? Just curious mechanically, what do we get for a short rest? Is that just your refocus?
That's the
action?
refocus, yeah.
10 minutes and you refocus, you get your refocus abilities.
Yep, nope.
So, does anyone need a big whack of healing? Because I can now do a big whack of healing.
Gravy time.
I'm
Cheers,
still
John.
bloody. Yes.
Yeah, you're still at half.
Okay. Tiv, are you gonna hit us with one, or?
Yeah, I will throw a thing out. I'll open my sheet again so I'll make sure I get rid of the spell slot.
Well, I mean, if your ability means that after 10 minutes you can do it again, do that.
I was
Actually,
wondering
yeah,
if Tiv could just do it all the time, I'm not sure.
Yeah, rather than throw a spell at it.
no,
Yeah,
I have limited number of spell slots, just more than most people.
That's fine. Lay on Hands is a spell. It's a focus spell. I use it once and I'm done.
Yeah.
So can you technically, can you just keep lay on hands, refocus, lay on hands, refocus?
If I have enough time and yeah, I
Alright,
totally
cool.
could. If we're not getting attacked immediately, we want to wait 20 minutes, I can happily do that.
Well, it's up to
Do that.
yourselves.
Alright, so a Sumtizana Squash Banana. That's you're plus 18, Sinis.
Thank you.
And I'll refocus unless something jumps out and bites me in the face.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine by me. I'm only I'm only a little bit injured now, so I'm cool with that. Anything else would be a bit of a waste. What's the AC bonus on this shield? 2.
Plus 2.
Plus 2.
Or is when you use that thing.
That's fine. I didn't know what the other slash was. Cool. So my AC is 20.
So it has all the normal tower shield stats,
Okay.
and then whatever you'll find out about it later,
Yeah, that's fine.
assuming you do.
Alright, I will. So nothing happens in the first 10 minutes? Or second 10 minutes, I guess.
Nothing happens. It's still very quiet.
Okay, I will lay on hands upon myself and fully heal myself.
Okay.
And then I will attempt to refocus for a third 10 minutes. One day, kids, I'll have 2 focus points. Maybe, if I can be bothered with spellcasting groups.
Whilst Gawain is focusing, can the other 3 give me a perception check? please.
24.
Let's assume that's the biggest.
$19, and then one for Sinis. Yep.
Yeah, mate, I'm still unconscious, apparently.
So, Zek and Tiv, you probably only just hear it. The sound of running water, quite a heavy amount of running water down that natural tunnel way that Gawain is refocusing nearby.
Hey, Tiv,
Yeah?
do you need to go to the toilet, or is it just me?
I do get a real need for a wee right now.
I do's too. Do you think it might be the water?
Probably. You know, it's done
Okay.
it for too long. Guys. Well, friend. Anyone need to go for a wee? Because I can hear a stream.
I'm just gonna open one eye and look at you like you're the most evil person in the world.
Hey, Tiv. At least he's looking at you like that, not at me. That's why I'm taking it for the team. Pow.
I mean... Let's wait for him to finish so he doesn't put his hands.
Well, it's taken half an hour. I mean, he
Literally.
he might have peed himself by now. Who knows?
And
Maybe he's just waiting for it to dry.
And your refocus finishes. Give
Ah,
that.
yeah. Right, I need a piss.
The stream this way!
Yeah, over here.
So what are you doing?
Lead us to the stream, Mr. Gem.
You're going to follow the tunnel and locate the sound of running water?
Yeah,
Okay.
adventure.
just
I
be
win.
careful. I've heard that sharks can lurk in like the tiniest of pools.
Tiny pool sharks, you say? Oh.
In my defence, that was nothing to do with me. Alright?
That was a pre-written adventure.
Whereas this is an unwritten. So you
So they could be ginormous sharks in tiny pools.
Piss sharks, I understand.
or an ocean with a very small shark. So you make your way down this natural tunnel, and there's a very obvious winding to it, and it's going further and further down. The temperature drops. It's incredibly cool. Not that you'd think it, sweating my balls off. It is very icy in the air, and you can all hear that sound of running water ahead of you. The fact that you're in a tunnel is probably amplifying from wherever it is, so you don't really know how far it is. But you've been walking now for about 20 minutes. The light down here is incredibly dim and low. So is it Sinis is the only one that struggles?
I've drunk a dark vision potion, I'm good for another little while.
Yeah, you're fine. So you can all see crystal clear.
Yeah, probably for only another about 20 minutes, truth be told, if we've waited for about 30.
Is it 1 hour?
Yeah, I think dark vision potion, I think it's only an hour.
Cool, so you've probably got about 10 minutes left then.
Yeah, I've not got long left on it.
Cool.
Is it pitch black, AD, or low light still working fine?
It's low light.
No, that's fine.
So you keep maneuvering your way down, and again it's clearly going down and down. You don't find any signs of worked stone. It all seems natural, and this tunnel is clearly here. Even when you came in the way, there's as if the small part of that dwarven room you were in was just taken away in a natural tunnel with like they'd never finished it type thing. So you follow it down. The potion wears off, Sinis, and you are now in low light. However, that affects your vision.
I don't think I can see.
I will crack open a torch.
To be fair, I've got my own torch, so I'll just get out my
Ever
my
burning
ever-burning.
torch. Yep,
Yeah,
there we go. So you get your ever burning torch out, and now you can all see lit up. The stonework down here has a very clear colour to it. now that you've got the torch out, you can see it's got that like ochre red to it. To touch though, it's stone. It doesn't feel like clay. It's not soft, but it is freezing to touch it. And you keep going down and down. The 10 minutes has passed, so you've completely passed the portion. Maybe
I was
another.
going to say,
Go on.
are we able to carve any of the dust, the rock off into like little bits of dust, or is it very solid?
No, it's you can. It reacts as stone would.
Cool. I'm gonna, if people don't mind, I'm gonna spend a little bit of time getting some dust off it if it's a nice rich red colour, because it's really good for woad.
Woad. Cool. So, give me a crafting roll.
Potentially. I don't know if I have a crafting thing, but
So it's just off your intelligence and whatever else you've got in there.
12.
12. You get a thumb's worth.
I'll take the rate.
Cool. You tend to find some of the more hardier bits, but you manage to get some of the softer bits, and you have a very small portion of it.
That's fine.
Like a thimble's worth would have been a better description.
It would, yeah, but I'll please pass.
So, you carry on for another 15 minutes. It took Sinis about 5 to sort that out. And you keep going down, and then ahead of you, it opens up, and you can see, before you've even come out of this tunnel, there is a ridge where you would come out on. There is a bridge that goes from your side across some sort of ravine drop to the other side, where it's a lot bigger. And there is a big crack in the in the rock that is about 40 feet high, 30 feet wide. So from you across the ravine and then to that area, there is a huge crack in the rock, and then beyond, you've no idea. The source of river, the noise, is deep in that ravine. You just can't see it yet until you get to the edge and have a look over.
How's the bridge look?
Give me a perception check. Are you looking from where you are, or are you going out to have a look?
Well, I'm going to look at the bridge from the side we're on, but I'll go out to have a look at the bridge.
So you go out the tunnel to look at the bridge, yeah?
Yeah.
Looks alright.
Give it a bit of a test with my foot.
I mean, there's a bit of creaking of wood. It's old, made of rope and bits of wood. But, you know,
taking my weight.
That first one you stepped on, yeah? With a 12.
Cool. Alright, I'll get back up, turn around the others. Do you want to check it ahead of us? I don't want to go first and wreck the bridge for you. I'm happy to go last.
So while you're stood at the top of the bridge, you can hear the fast running water. It wouldn't surprise you if there's a waterfall somewhere that's enhancing the volume of the river below. It's about 100 feet down to this, maybe about 110 down to the river, and the river's about 20-25 feet wide, and you can just see it bucking off into the wherever you are underground.
What would you like to do, guys?
Be in the river.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually. Pissing off the side is good.
I got nothing.
Mark.
I can go out on the bridge and see if I can get to the other side.
It's up to you.
Alright, I'm going to try and do that stealthily.
Cool, give me a stealth check.
29.
Cool. You are silent. No one can hear your footsteps, even as you're walking past them. And you get to the bridge. Every light-footed step on the planks of wood hardly makes a creak. Some of them don't make a noise at all. There's one or two that do actually react to your weight just being there. How far across the bridge do you go?
About halfway. Can I see the other side?
Yeah, you can see the other side from here. It's about 40 feet across.
Go all the way across then.
Cool. So you go all the way across. On the other side, it is quite a large plateau of just nothingness, just stone floor in front of you, and then this huge crack in the stonework. And there is clearly something beyond, as you can see, almost a made path goes from that crack away and down.
Sorry, what was that last bit?
So through the crack in the stonework, the pathway that you see go forward and drop down is smoother and looks like it's been made.
Ah, like steps or?
No, just a gradient, a decline.
Okay, I'll go back across the bridge. Yeah, there's a pathway over here. It looks like it's a bit more worked.
Bridge looks solid.
Yeah, I'm no crafter. It's just a bridge. But there's no one on the other side that's going to shoot you.
No, I wasn't worried about that bit. I was more worried about falling. My weight breaking the bridge and you guys not being able to move across it.
Well, it takes my weight.
All right.
Perfect.
What's our actual plan here?
Yeah.
Because we've kind of come right into here and wandered round and looked through half of most of where we've been. And I'm not sure what the plan is other than just to explore. If the plan is just to explore, that's fine. I'm just not sure what the goal is here.
To find a way back to the surface that doesn't involve a bunch of bargas that want to eat our heads off and poop down our throats.
So I can get behind. Cracking, let's go over the bridge.
Awesome! No complaints from Team Goblin Smarts. Let's go. And I think we'll go across the bridge again.
Will the bridge take our weight with these shields?
I have no idea. I'm not a crafter.
But you are Team Goblin Smarts.
Right. You want me to stand on it and jump up and down? You asked Tim for that.
I'll go and inspect the bridge.
You give me a perception check.
Give a crafting check.
Has Tiv the sorcerer spent a lot of time making rope bridges?
No.
So give me
What I did in prison.
Yes.
I don't want to know what I did in prison. That's how I learned to make runes.
Perfect transition.
You stored them in the prison pouch.
The bridge.
I think it's an amazing bridge.
That bridge could take a dragon.
Oh, unless we've got a wyvern nearby, we can try and find out.
Let's bring it along. Right.
You agree with Tiv?
Yeah, looks strong. Could probably take like a big lizard thing. Hey, let's go get that wyvern and put it on it.
Okay. I'm going to suggest that... Oh, no, hang on. No, I can't do that. Damn it. Why didn't we bring our rope with us? Because we needed to get back. Anyone else got any more rope?
No.
No, but it's not that far away. We could go and get it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then
yeah.
we can get back up the hole. This sounds like a fantastic plan.
Yeah, we can't get back up the hole, can we? No, yeah, ignore it. Carry on, let's go.
Do you want me to go first? If the bridge breaks, at least you only lose me.
No, I want me and Tiv to go first, then I want Sinis, then I want you last.
Okay, so if the bridge breaks, you're stuck on the other side, and you stand.
Absolutely.
I look at Sinis with a raised eyebrow.
I've not got a better plan or order.
Fair.
Excellent. Up here for Goblin Smarts, down here for the footwork.
I love the idea of your raised eyebrow and Sinis going, yeah, fuck you, mate.
Fuck you, I don't have a better order. I could send you across first, and then, you know.
I'm down with it. So, Zach and Tiv, you go across the bridge?
Yep.
Done by bridge, I love it. It's creaky. Some of the ropes old, rotted, but you get across nice and pad footy. Sinis?
I'm gonna slowly make my way. I'm not gonna go slowly. I'm just gonna wander my way across. I think if I go slowly, it puts unnecessary stress.
So you start walking across. There is a obvious shift in the reaction to the bridge, as it now has a 6-foot lizard on it. And there is some of the wood. You feel it sort of bend and give to your step. Some of the foot planks. You are a fucking legend, love. Oh, iced Pepsi cherry. Not sponsored by. It's beautiful. So, where was I? You were about to die. You were walking across the bridge. Give me a reflex save as one of the ropes that you're holding snaps in your hand.
Oh, it sounds like a good thing. Let's go. I always click that one. 13!
You start to slip and stumble from the edge of the bridge as the rope that you've got hold of, you had more of your weight on it than expected, and as it snaps you kind of lurch and you are pivoting, about to fall. Does anyone do anything?
How far across are you?
About 20 feet.
I thought across
20 feet.
You can move 20 feet, can you not?
Can I do anything to myself, or am I just waiting for help?
Your reflex save was you trying to do something to yourself.
I'll just go.
Can I grab the side of the bridge that is listing down and sort of try and steady it?
There's a roll I never thought I'd have to come up with.
And I thought about just blitzing across the bridge and trying to grab Sin close to her death, but that might actually make it worse.
Give me a...
Hey, Tiv.
Give me a...
God says they go in.
Give me a fortitude save.
28.
Fucking hell. Give me a reflex.
9!
How about athletics?
No.
Guess I'll die then.
Fortitude's fine.
Athletics, I think.
Fortitude's fine. So yeah, so you yeah, it's fortitude I wanted. So as you get hold of it and the rope snaps as you grab it, Gavin, and starts flying through your hand, and you feel that burning sensation on your palms. But then you grab it, twist, and it sort of tightens the bridge, and you sort of anchored yourself with this rope. Can you give me a acrobatics check?
Acrobatics.
Not Tavir. Sinis.
Oh yeah, this is gonna go well. Can I do athletics?
Yeah, that's my thought exactly.
You can do athletics.
Is that a no?
You can do athletics.
Yay! Oh, for the love of Christ. Well, I'm gonna reroll. I'm gonna use my hero point, because I'm not.
We're on 2 now.
There we go.
There we go.
Point,
So whilst Sinis is balancing on one toe, she looks across to Gavin as if to say, "What are you doing?" Just like, you manage to right yourself as soon as Gavin grabs the rope and puts a bit of taut into it. You're able to ready yourself just before you tip over the edge of the bridge.
I will pirouette out of danger.
Athletically.
Parkour that bridge.
So, you are 20 foot, so halfway across the bridge. You continue across.
Does the bridge look like it's going to hold us the rest of the way?
It does if Gavin doesn't let go.
Does it look like we can repair it to get Gavin across?
Have you got any more rope?
Yes.
Then yes. Then yes, it does.
Okay.
If Tavir's right, yes, it does. If Sek's right, no, it doesn't. So,
Okay.
do you have more rope?
I've checked my adventuring pack, has 50 feet of rope.
Well,
Cool.
I use mine, so I have none.
Cool.
Yeah, you
So
can make-
then yes, if
Oh,
you
in which case,
have,
I've got mine as well.
well, yeah, then more than enough.
Right, so if we use Gavin's and X to climb down the hole, then
Yeah.
I will probably get my rope out
Okay.
and think about how we're going to do this from halfway, because I'm going to shout back to Gavin, this isn't going to take us unless we fix this.
So if you want to do
yeah.
a crafting check, and you can weave your 50 foot of rope, like parallel to the rope that's already there, and it's only a 40 foot across. So you'd have 5 foot either side, and I'll allow you to weave your rope to essentially, what's the word? Support, but that wasn't what I was going to say. Begins with an R. Yeah, but you. Yeah, there you go.
Right, that's the 4th 5 I've rolled.
Right, you do have a second hero point.
You know what I'm gonna do? Because we need to get across this goddamn bridge.
For fuck's sake!
Just run across the bridge.
So you weave your rope. The rope is now there.
I'm gonna weave it through, and then I'm gonna cross the rest, and I'm just gonna say to the goblins, I'm too heavy to do this and not dexterous enough.
And so Sinis is across.
I'm gonna get my 50 foot out.
Cool. What?
I never knew goblins had 50 foot.
He's actually a giant.
Every good goblin.
I was gonna say, they don't.
Oh!
So
I'm gonna get my 50 foot out.
Yep.
Will you tightly surround yourself, Sinis, as a for the port?
Are you saying I'm fat?
Yeah.
Right.
And I will, rather than chancing that bridge brushing under even mine and Zek's weight, I'll cast Mage Hand and fly the end of the rope to Gawain.
What's the range of Mage Hand?
20 foot around, 120 feet.
Cool, you're fine. Right, Gawain, a spectral hand brings over you a piece of rope that you can see Sinis has hold of the other side.
Tied it round myself.
That is worrying. Okay.
Just in case.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Is there a post or anything on my side that looks hardy enough to retie it back on?
Give me a perception check.
That was for you, not for the tying, not for support.
Yeah.
Wait, is this where if the bridge collapses?
Yes.
I cannot take that weight.
The 3 of us sat there can.
No,
You've
I
got
can't.
you've got the gel shield and the spear. The 3 of us sat on it can.
I doubt this was it.
So
No,
while
seriously, he's a heavy half-orc.
whilst the Goblin Smarts kicks in, Gawain, you do see the post next to you, and you do reckon that you can tie that off. Are you tying it off so one end's tied off, one end's on Sinis?
Presumably there's the actual rope that was originally part that broke.
So you
Did it
reckon
break our end or their end?
You reckon if you let go, one side of the bridge will collapse, and you'll have a single side of the bridge across with the rest of it hanging down. Does that make sense?
Yep, that makes total sense.
So currently it's held up just by your sheer anchor in it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you let go of it, there'll be one side of it still up, and then the rest will have fallen away, just hanging down. And you have this third-party rope that's currently tied to your Bardic friend across the way.
Yeah. I will tie off the third-party rope on the post.
The post looks solid.
Cool. Use the slack. There should be like 10 foot of rope to play with, so use a bit of it to sort of
tied round Sinis.
Wow.
I'm going to untie it around myself and see if there's a post on my side that I can tie it to that looks more secure than me.
That's probably a better idea.
I was just waiting for Stu to finish his bit.
That's right. I was waiting for logic to take over.
Is anyone going to help Sinis look for this post? Just put it out there. She's not great at these.
In the dark.
29, natural 20.
Jesus. So while you're looking,
You mean
at
this
the
post?
You're looking at the two
And
posts. Zek is doing his February pose against one of the posts,
Have you seen this beach ball?
and that looks solid as the post, not Zek. So yeah, you could tie.
I will tie the rope to the solid-looking post and refrain from tying Zek to the post.
I'd just like to say, Sinis, when I first saw this bridge, the first thought that went through my head was, I reckon this bridge is gonna cause us a lot of problems. But I thought, nah, we got this. It's just a bridge. What's the worst that could happen? And now I know.
If it helps, I had that same thought. So what are you doing, Gavin?
I'll take the broken bridge component and fix the bridge with the other rope that we've tied on as a kind of something to hook it up to. If that makes sense.
Okay.
In my head, this is easier than we're making it on verbal description.
Okay, give me a crafting check.
19.
Yeah, you crafted a somewhat dual rope mechanism. One very new, strong, sturdy rope. The other less so. But you've made some sort of doubled up wannabe
Excellent.
crossing implement.
Cool. Excellent. Brilliant. Amazing. I'll then attempt to cross the bridge.
Cool. Give me a reflex save.
And you...
As you've tied the rope to your foot.
Cool. So, as you're getting across, you get to the second third of the bridge itself, and the older rope just goes, like you just reach out for it a little bit, and just too much weight on it, it just snaps. The hempen rope itself just disintegrates to your touch, and you sort of swing, and you've got one hand on the stronger new rope, and your leg just hooked over it, and you are now about 10 feet maybe from the end, but you are one leg, one hand, and you ready yourself, so you're essentially shimmying cliffhanger style.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll shimmy across
and you successfully get over the other side of the bridge. And you currently have a single rope going over that 40-foot gap.
Yeah,
Better than my other thought process, which involved bungee jumping, but no.
You ever bungee jumped on a hempen rope? There's no twang in that,
It's never going to work.
Somebody's having a Spider-Man moment. So you all across the bridge. There's the huge crack in the stone ahead of you, and the the made sloping pathway. Before you go any further, we're going to have a break.
I was going to say, can I have a sanity break? Because I need a piss.
You
can
somebody
indeed. Mentioned toilets.
Many times. So, thank you very much for watching part one. Stick around. We're going to be about 10-15 minutes just to have a quick bio break and grab not a brew. Well, I'm not grabbing a brew, it's too hot. And we'll be back. So, check out the banner that you'll see, 48-hour gaming challenge. Just giving, go donate to the charities. Google them, have a look at it, follow us on social media, it will tell you all about it. If you've got questions, put them in the chat or messages on social media. Stick around for part two, kids. Hi, people. You missed the banhammer again. No worries, man. They're just a bot mill trying to sell viewers and stuff. So don't worry about it. I got them. Right. Welcome to Heavyweight Gaming. If you've been watching from the start, then you'll know what's going on. If you've just joined us, we're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition, homebrew campaign, The Call of Stone. They currently are underground. Who knew? It worked out really well for the campaign then. They've managed to cross a bridge. It took them 45 years to get across this. They got across the bridge. They're on the other side. They crossed the ravine, which is about 110 feet, if a bit more, straight down to a 25-foot wide river that runs through the underground wherever it is. And in front of them is a massive 40-foot crack in the stonework, and just beyond that is a made path, as if someone has made the path that then dips down. And until they get closer, they won't be able to see what is at the bottom. So yes.
Go.
3, 2, 1. Zach will be back with us shortly. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, we're going through the thing.
I don't think we have any other choice at this point.
I mean,
as much as I'd like to shimmy back across a rope, I'm good.
Should we, in that case, retrieve our rope?
If you can, yeah.
You want to retrieve the rope that they used to make the bridge with?
Yeah, basically, we think that we're not getting back across that, so we're going to try and recover the rope.
I will say you can't, purely on the fact that Gawain would have tied it off pretty well at the other end to support his weight. So
the mage hand won't be enough.
Actually, I forgot about the mage hand. Give me a roll. My bad, mate. I forgot there was magic involved.
Gawain watches this and just eats Twiglets.
Mate, you never saw Gawain arrive with Twiglets, so you don't actually know what he's eating. Give me a
6, mate.
thievery check to see if you are dexterous enough with your arcane mage hand to untie the rope. It's a low DC.
That's fine.
30.
Thievery. Oh wow, this is going to go amazing.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's fine. It was only a 13. So you managed to use your mage hand to untie the rope that was untie the knot that was put there by Gawain, and you retrieve your 50-foot rope.
Could be 100.
Pull the other one from that's vaguely wrapped around from the middle to this end as well. From Sinus.
Yeah, you retrieve your ropes.
Yay!
We got 100-foot rope.
Cool.
Put it back in our packs for future use.
Yeah. So.
Alright.
Cool. You have your ropes. Now is it just into the crack?
I'm quite small. I'll walk ahead slightly with the attempt at stealthing to see if it's clear.
Cool. So as you get to the edge, what you hear. Sorry, I'm using Sirenscape for ambient music for the fans that you can't hear. So I do apologise. I can't find it. Ooh, come on, you fucker.
Thing.
We could hum.
It's alright. Right, so stop. I need you to don't hum just for a sec. There we go. So now I can see how loud it is. Oh, cheers, man. So hopefully you guys can hear this in chat. What you can hear is a soft, harmonious music. There's voices maybe on the air, all radiating from down this path. You can see down the path. Now, as it's going round and slopes, you look down upon it's very surreal in the same way that the stone trees were. there is a valley of hills that has been carved in this immediate area in front of you. A lot of effort, whether magically or by hand, has gone into making the immediate area in front of you look like rolling a hill valley as it goes down. All stone, just they've removed, carved out, etc. enough of it to make it look like these hills. At the bottom, there looks to be a settlement of some sort. Stone buildings that are not any recognisable architecture culturally to yourself. You don't recognise them. But there is a very small hamlet type settlement at the bottom of this stone hill valley. It's about, I guess, probably take you 20 minutes to walk down through the hill, like I say the valley, but you know what I mean, to the settlement. There doesn't seem to be any signs of. Give me a perception check.
I need you to ask that. It'll be bad.
It's gonna be bad. You're right. Jesus.
There we go. That one.
Holy crap.
So for those that can't see yet, they rolled a nat one. Cool. Sorry. Roll 20 in. Yeah, nothing. The only thing you do notice today is that you don't hear the sound that just seems to be present of chimes and just a soft, like chords and such, just going off in the air and all around you. You can hear the odd. You don't know if it's a giggle or just the way the air is moving around in the valley.
Alright, would this be descriptive? Would this be closer to angelic or just fey?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, bollocks.
You're a sorcerer.
A sorcerer, it's all natural. I have not got any training.
You just roll another that one.
One.
Alright, you don't know.
Alright.
It sounds metal to you, mate.
You're all gonna die. I feel I need to point this out. That is 10 swords in a bag. No.
That's just because Zach's coming back.
Right.
I'm gonna walk.
Jesus.
I creep back to these guys, let them know that there's a settlement in the distance, but there's some weird music and weird sounds around in it.
Oh.
So I'm gonna let the bard take point.
My people.
Ah, excellent.
From where you
All
are,
right,
you
right.
can't hear it.
Yeah, I'll amble over to the rock and see what I can see and hear.
So on this side, you can't hear anything, but you can see what Tavir described with the Stone Hill Valley and the settlement.
Okay.
But until you sort of step past that almost, not doorway, but the way the crack in the stonework is, when you step through, then you hear it like a soundproof nightclub. You step through the door, boom, you get hit by the sound.
Cool. How tall?
Go on.
Questions you never thought you'd ask. How tall is the crack?
40 to 50 foot. Maybe an inch or two. 40 to 50 foot.
Okay. And does it go up to just like the roof of the
So,
cabin, or?
it's just imagine. So you're underground. So imagine if there was a 200-foot wall in front of you, and 40 foot from where you're stood, straight up, is this crack in the stonework, and it's about 20 foot wide, and then it.
That makes more sense. That's fine. So the roof of it is the that's fine.
Yeah.
Cool.
Give me a bardic law check.
Let's assume I'm going to roll a 5.
Have you stepped through? So you can hear the music?
Yeah, I'll step through. I mean, 17.
It is fair in nature, the way the music is presenting itself and the sounds, but there is something off about it, like someone mimicking the fair rather than it being fair.
Okay. I will. Do I know the songs that they're trying to sing?
It's It's not a song. It's just a ambient.
Just music.
It's just an ambient. It's like a cover version.
Right, I'll come back out. I'll come back out of the crack.
Hey, reborn.
I'll let these guys know it's like Fae, but not. It's not quite right. It sounds off, but I can't put my finger on it.
Well, Fae could be trouble, so let's make sure we're well steeled for what we might find.
I resemble that remark.
Steel.
I mean, it's not.
I think you meant Fae.
Yeah, it may not be Fae. It may just be doing its best impression. Something about this place is weird, and I don't like it. Not that we won't be on guard, but please be on guard.
Well, the best case scenario, it could be something to do with these dwarven druids, Fae, just saying that.
Yeah.
Do you want me to lead on, or are we going? Do you want to go first to greet them like diplomatically, or are we going to be cautious? Hold on.
Don't speak Fae, but could sing at them, I suppose.
The magic, the bardic magic's more likely to be closer to the druids than undead bloodlines, and he's religious.
I mean, if you want me to go first, I'll go first. I don't mind.
Well, we can go as a group. Do you want us to put the? Do you want me to go at the front and we look kind of like we're cautiously advancing, or do you wish to go at the front and look like we're open? And
We've
chatty?
only got one way in and out, which is through a very narrow crack. So, you know what I mean. We're going to be coming in a straight line. We can try and straight will look ridiculous. But,
That's fine. All right, we'll just go as a group then.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're gonna
If
go
anything
through-
presents itself as a foe, I will charge it.
In fact,
Yeah. Cool. So, sorry, I'm tabbing across a lot of stuff. It's the artist formerly known as Fae. Well played, John. Well played. So as you start heading down, vanguarded by Sinis. Sinis, give me a perception check as you make your way through this stone-hilled valley, and you're making your way down.
18?
Cool.
That's not bad.
So as you are now walking through the valley, you start noticing patches of quite literally it looks like heather, as if you are across the moors and you're seeing large patches of that purplish flower. But down here it's just even the purple is stoneworked. It's all been crafted and made to be this I don't know if diorama is the right word, but a massive version of a valley with rolling patches of fauna, and you can start now seeing that it looks as though you swear you see small fences up on the higher hills away and stuff, and like as if they were farming and such. You don't see any livestock or anything, but you can start seeing a image, a painting, a picture, a vision of whoever one or many did this all around. But you also notice things flicking around the place that have not necessarily a light about them, but a bit of a shimmer, like wet stone. You manage to glance one of them, and it looks like a grasshopper. This thing is about the size of a dragonfly, and you just see it nip in front of you, and it is, as a centaur is, it has the torso, legs, etc. of a grasshopper or a creature that would fly, and then the upper torso is it's androgynous, but quickly you see facial features, whipping auburn hair that graze around, and they just flick past. They're very tiny, say about the size of a dragonfly. And when you see that first one, you start noticing a couple more, and as they zip past you, the music is better. It's more in tune. I mean, you're a bard, you can pick it up as it goes. To this lot, it's good anyway, hearing this music all around them. But to you, you just find that key moment when they nip past you.
But it's better.
Yep.
I'll tell people that the bugs are there, and that they're probably the Fae, and that's where the music seems to be coming from. Does all this room, you say it's made of stone? Does it look like the trees do, and that it looks carved?
Say that last bit again.
Does it look carved, or does it look cursed?
Carved.
Okay.
Exactly the same as the forest on the way in. Somebody with talent has done this.
Okay. Does this room, because it's really specific, does it look like anything that there are songs about, or anything I've seen pictures of? I'm going to do about lore check to see if I know where this is.
Give me a bardic lore.
Yeah. 24.
Jesus, yeah. 2 secs. You're in the hills of Kamen. Kamen. And the hills of Kamen. So what you know about Fae is there are 5 realms of the Fae that are in the wilds, the Fae realms, the forests, etc. In Colossus, there are 5 realms of the Fae that all exist on the same plane, and then the material realms, obviously, they're very overlappy close.
Yep.
One of the 5 is actually the hills of Kamen. So this is this is either the way in, a trick of the eye because Fae, or the actual hills of Kamen. But you wouldn't know exactly, because you only obviously know the history and the stories, etc.
Is the hills of Kamen a bad place to be? Is it
as bad as anyone's opinion of Fae might be?
Okay.
Or
So
good,
it's not
etc. Yeah.
specifically known for certain things.
The things that you do know about the Fae realms are, they usually refer to as forests. So if you were to talk to many, they would say the forests of Kamen, but you know from your bardic skill that they're more accurately it's the hills of Kamen. Each forest will bring with it a keeper, so not necessarily the lord or lady or king, queen, etc. They ruler, but just a really, really respected groundskeeper, and also a protector.
Okay.
The protector of Kamen you can't quite recall, or the keeper.
Cool. That's fine. I'll let other people know for benefit. This is either a very good replica. This looks like it's the Hills of Kamen. They're one of the Fae forests.
Okay. Do we know if it's the kind of Fae that eat people or and steal babies, or the kind of Fae that just like give you wishes?
Yes.
Same Fae.
Bagger.
Are the hills of Kamen usually found underground, or?
I don't know, because Fae in it. This could even be Fae in it.
Boakasha.
It could be a very accurate carving meant to represent it, because the druids really revered that particular forest, or that those Fae may be taught or were connected to the druids somehow. It could be that this is actually the Hills of Kamen, and this is where they live in the deep underground, and no one's ever found them here, and that Fae then portal people in and out. I don't know. But there are Fae here. I kind of point to the little thing jumping about, and they look like that.
As they're pointed out, you all notice them.
Hi.
So, I'm not sure. Go eat food.
Only the food. All right, okay. Is there any of the little things flicking around us quite close or close enough to talk to?
They don't come close enough to reach out. They're just more in the vicinity. Like I say, they're about the size of a dragonfly. They have a shimmer of wet stone about them rather than a glowing orb.
Cool. I'll attempt to fix one in like a gaze of like hi and literally like bellow like hail and well met.
Hail and well met, pixie man. Give me
flying off.
It pulls a great song. Give me a diplomacy check.
This might surprise you. It's not a 1. 26.
Got a 1 in it.
Yeah, it does have a 1 in it.
You sort of look and hail well met, and one of them just seems to dart about. What you do notice is now, Sinis has pointed them out, there's fucking hundreds of them all throughout these valleys. I mean, you're in a valley, like it's not a small set of hills that someone's done a statue of and you're walking past it. You're in a stone valley, and you see hundreds of these shimmering wet stone typed creatures, and one of them does indeed approach you, and it's sort of flitting about in front of you. You can hear the of the wings going, and again you see what Sinis saw in that centaur-esque style of half grasshopper creature insect, wings that are see-through grey but have got that shimmer to them, and then the upper torso is muscled in parts but not. I don't mean like hench muscled, it's just there's less, the body fat percentage of like 1.
It's a flying insect, like
yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah. I'm trying to be deep here, Stu. It's very rare.
It's
all
fine,
right?
it's fine. It's ripped, is what you're saying. It's got a body that 2 of us would be like, oh god, we want that.
It's athletic.
Yeah. It spends all its days flying around and using up all its calories. Yeah, so, hello, in common.
In common?
Yeah.
Do you speak Sylvan?
No.
Do any of you speak Sylvan?
No.
No.
Sinis, you're just underwater stuff, aren't you?
Yeah, mate. I'm on it.
So in Sylvan, you hear a musical language come back. The confusion in your eyes, there's a smile on the creature's face, and then speaks in common. And again, there's still a musical edge to the creature that I cannot imitate, so use your imagination.
Okay.
Greetings.
That was pretty good.
That's all you get in just one word.
Oh, okay. We are travelling through your area, and we're wondering if there is a way to get back to the surface.
Quickly and safely, Sir Gawain. Quickly and safely.
I was then looking at Sinis for like, take over if you feel the need.
There is a way to the surface, yes.
Does it involve turning around? Okay, you go. You're better at this than me.
Are you able to tell us where it is?
I can tell you. It is a journey across the valley, though.
Is there anything perilous in the valley we would need to worry about?
Always.
Or we have never been to this valley before?
You have weapons.
This does not mean we have been to the valley before.
It is dangerous.
What awaits, do you know?
What's that last bit?
What awaits?
What awaits?
Yeah.
Yourselves.
We are the danger, or we will face ourselves?
Yes.
I understand.
I don't.
This is not a surprise. Which is the way? Does it actually direct us the way out?
The creature just sort of turns and you assume looks towards the hamlet, and then you can see that the valley spreads past the hamlet and off into the distance. But you don't know if that's one of those weird trick of the eyes where you tilt the painting a little bit and it doesn't quite.
Oh, it looks like a camel.
Just take the breath of the forge and you will seek the surface again.
The breath of the forge.
But hold tight.
And we will seek or see.
Yes.
What is the breath of the forge?
It is the way to the surface. It is how the seeds, the first seeds, first took their steps on Colossus.
I think, if I'm getting this right, she means go up the chimney flue.
Which means there's a stone forge in the middle of the village and we're going to have to use it.
Yeah, and then we'll get up the chimney and then we'll be on the surface.
Good enough.
Oh, we've just been
I
raided.
was ready.
We are likely to encounter either just ourselves and potential possession or mirror versions of ourselves, and I do not know which.
Ah, okay. I got a bone to pick with myself.
It's gravy time.
Hey, so before we move on, thank you very much for the raid from the Cracked Dice Party of 11, and thank you for the follow. Tea with, it's gone off. Tea with Chabi. Thank you very much. Played Pathfinder 2nd Ed. It's a homebrew campaign. Enjoy yourselves. That's what you doing, players.
I mean, saying thank you to a fae.
Always be polite to the fae.
Probably heading towards the village.
I'm envisioning needing to like grab a giant leaf and like fly upwards on like a thermal or something.
Alright, put your imagination back in the box, lad. So you
Well, Sir Gawain knows nothing of like these crazy fae people.
hey,
So they get around
whoa.
it.
Listen to crazy fair people. So you say goodbye. You say goodbye to the little creature, and it flitters off.
I'll say thank you as well as it goes.
You hear a word in Sylvan call back.
Does anyone know what they were saying?
Just called me. Yeah. So before you is the Valley of Stone, the hills of Cayman, and these creatures all flitting around you. The hamlet, as Tavay noticed on the way in and judged, you can probably get there in 20 minutes. Are you just heading straight there, following the path through the valleyway down to the hamlet?
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like fun. Sinis, any idea already, kids?
I have nothing else to add here. I have given you all I know about the valley. The stories about this and Faye are all really vague, so unfortunately pretty much everything and anything could be true. It just depends who's telling it at the time.
Depends if walking into this valley means we've crossed into the Fey realm or if this is just lots of illusionary things around us.
I mean, the stone's real enough, I just don't know if this is the real place or not, but we don't really have anywhere else to go, so let's go forward, I guess.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
Cool. So over the next 20 minutes or so, as you're walking down, the music continues. There is a chimes, chords in the air and such. It is just really well done. Sinis again, every time these creatures come anywhere near you. That's an OnlyFans site. Can you not do it on the Twitch, please?
We're told to look everything.
Don't listen to the chat, right? They're unhinged.
Don't listen to Sawdustandswearwords.
And as you come closer to this hamlet, you start noticing now that there's actual signs and what seems to be left historically of people lived here or somebody lived here. It's less part of the stone carving of the valley and more was put there, like a fence around some of the buildings. The buildings now almost stand out. They stand out more than the valley around you. And you can now, as you work your way into the hamlet, you start seeing some of the longer buildings. You can see where there's a small circular area that is deliberately kept clear, almost like a meeting area that they'd have in this little hamlet. You can see where their market area would be just from your experience and times in towns and villages and cities and such. And this little hamlet is very well preserved by the looks of it. The stonework is very simple and Spartan-esque. Kaboosh. It just looks ancient, really ancient. None of it matches anything you can think of from any culture you've ever come across, or styles that they use in their architecture. It just looks like it does its job. They look like they'd be a lot more comfortable for Tavir and Zek than they would Gawain and Sinis to live here.
I was about to ask, what size are they? Are they like sized for normal people?
Folks,
Up down, kids.
folks of maybe 5 feet and under would live more comfortably here than larger folk.
Welcome to Goblinton.
One of the obelisks that you saw in the hinged area above, or closer to the surface, you can see, well, not really in the centre, but it's in its own little area, just off to the, well, to your left, essentially. And you're in this hamlet. It is yours to explore. There is nobody here. Give me a perception check to there. I've lost my fucking page.
13.
13? Don't see anyone. The one thing you do notice is none of the creatures that you saw flying around the valley are in this hamlet.
Just because I've not done this for a very long time and I feel I should. I look up.
Legit.
Fuck's sake. As you look up, there is a starlit sky against what you assume is the ceiling of whatever they did to this. Well, they bored out a stone valley in a rock, by the looks of it. And somebody has created such a masterpiece of this starlit sky that it is on the ceiling above you. Can you give me a bardic lore?
Always.
Man, you are totally a lore dump toon.
That's a 30.
Jesus
What
Christ.
page are we on?
It's not been published on Patreon yet.
I'll send you an email.
Give me a minute, I'm not getting signal down here, boys.
Right, so this is alright, this is stuff I didn't expect this soon. Right, cool. Give me a sec. God damn.
Oh, big boredom. Please give us 5 minutes.
Your call is important to me, so I'm having to go into the big project to bring out the... So what you notice is when you look up on this starlit ceiling, maybe if it's high enough, you don't really know. You see slowly. You see six stars draw your attention, and you look at them, and they make a shape that you sort of tilt your head and looks like a hammer. And then you look across the other starlit, you just start following the stars around. You notice, you essentially pick out 10 star constellations, and of these constellations, you start piecing them together through the stories that you've heard around fires, taverns, whilst guarding caravans, trains right across the country of Savai. And these constellations are allegedly what are the creators of Colossus and everything we know. And you start picking them out. Roll me a d10. 5. Odds or evens?
Even.
Cool. So when you notice the 6 stars making up the hammer, the name Barak the Everhammer, the Eternal Smith, comes to you.
Borak.
Barack. Obama.
Yeah,
So Obama.
Yeah.
Barack. I can send you this stuff after as well.
This is fine.
You then pick out 2 sets of 4 stars that kind of make tiers, and the name Elmon Beleth, the Weeping, comes to mind.
What was Barak?
Barak the Everhammer.
I thought it was Everhammer. Yeah. And then Elmond.
Elmon Beleth, the Weeping.
It keeps trying to auto-correct me.
That's alright.
Cool.
You see 11 stars. You start picking these constellations out. Of the 10 you can't, because you know there's 10 there, but you only manage to make out 5 of them. The third one you make out is a collection of 11 stars, and you can't work out what creature it is, but trying to piece those stars together just reminds you of a beast of the woodlands. Whether it be you, but it doesn't. At first you think it might be a stag, and it might be a bear. There's a very weird shift in trying to locate these stars, and the name Robos the Rooted, also known as the Mighty and the Proud.
Oh.
Yep.
Yep.
The that was your third one. Your fourth one is 1 single star, and the more you focus on this single star, you notice that there's quite a large gap between the next stars around it, and you recognise this single star. Just a piece comes from the back, and you look at Zek and Tavir, and you go Solemn, Solum, the hidden, the lonely. They are known as, and it is the Goblin Star.
Bester star.
Yeah, that's why you only get 1.
Because we only need 1.
Was that is that 4 or 5?
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4.
And your 5th one is odds or evens?
Odds.
Odds. Komodo, known as the Hoarder, they who glitter, the Monarch. And they are 14 stars that makes up a very obvious shape of a draconic creature.
Cool.
And the other 5 you know they're there, but you can't pick them out.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'll just accept that as I go along out loud.
Have you just rolled a 19 for another Bardics?
I accidentally clicked the thing, sorry.
Alright, Jesus Christ, that's like...
Yep.
However, as she rhymes that out and points out one being called the Goblin Star, I'd like to do a Goblin lore on it.
Go on. Look at your bloody history buffs.
That one.
You have got a hero point.
Third nat one tonight.
You have got a hero
Once upon a
point.
time.
Do you want to use your hero point for the lore
That's
check?
great. Same that one.
You've got. This is karma for last week. I'm telling you that. It's a star in the sky and is definitely the Goblin Star. You just nod and smile as Sinis explains that to you, assuming she does.
I know all about that Goblin Star. The Goblin Star.
I love the fact that you're not pointing at that star. You're like, yeah, that one over there, that's the Goblin Star.
I'm looking at that big one. That's the move.
That's
it's the Goblin
yes.
Star.
Fucking yes, donkey.
Could I try a goblin lore?
If you want.
Goblin in the moon.
It's entirely up to you, Zach. Assuming Sinis is speaking these out.
I'll speak them out loud as I go, yeah.
Cool. So, what you remember, Zach, just as Sinis is going through it, is Solemn the Hidden, the Lonely, is the constellation that birthed what you know as the Trickster. So all creatures upon Colossus were created by Titans, and these Titans are responsible for quite a lot of stuff that's going on in the world. But the one specifically linked to goblins is often called the Trickster. No one knows their actual name of that titan, but all the goblins refer to them as the Trickster. And the Trickster is responsible for the night, goblins, hobgoblins, shadows, not in an evil, creepy way. It's just that's what they created. That's what they created upon a Colossus, is nighttime and the shadow, mainly.
I'll point Tiv's hand at the correct star.
Just grab his hand and name it left. That one. Yeah.
There's no constellations for the Ivy Knight and the rest of the local pantheon, is there?
There is a overarching constellation that you would only know in your... Well, not... Sinis probably knows it, but for yourself, Uldred is the first dragon. He's the... Or they. It's been referred to as he, she, they, king, queen, etc. But Uldred was the first, or is the Titan dragon, and is responsible for dragons, dragonborn, kobolds, lizard folk, all that manner of creature.
So there's less one for each of our gods and more just one
Yeah,
overarching.
So, yeah, exactly. The overarching constellation is Komodo, who birthed Uldred, who is the Titan creator for yourselves, for the dragons and dragonborn, etc.
Yep.
So Komodo's the constellation, Uldred's the Titan creator, and then dragons, dragonborn, lizard folk, kobolds, etc. come underneath, and you worship them as a race.
The stars in the ceiling match our stars outside.
Not in that immediate cluster. That you'd have to be all over the world to see.
Yeah, that's
these.
fine.
Yeah. This is a very condensed version.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'll plot them for you all, and then we'll go.
Yeah. Throw out a song and then tap out.
So, looking for a blacksmith, yeah?
Looking for a forge.
Yeah, that's like a blacksmith, is it not?
The blacksmith will work in the forge, but we need the forge, not the smith.
All right. I mean, or a baker. Bakers sometimes have forges.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm just literally going to, as far as my head will turn, look at you, Zach.
Wow, I like cake.
I mean, if you really like forges, I can get my writing set out and write your name wrong.
Wow.
That's a forgery.
So
Yeah.
are you? What's the plan? Are you searching for a forge?
Yes.
Cool.
Or
Yeah.
a similar building that looks like it should be a blacksmith or something.
Can I headbutt in a slightly different direction?
Oh.
The thing that we saw upstairs, that's in front of us, slightly to the
Oh,
left.
the
like you said.
obelisk. Yep.
Obelisk. That's where we have touched the thing and saw the other druid, right?
Where you saw
The
roots.
one-
Yeah.
Oh, you are so obsessed with these things.
Point at that. Given we, saw the druid dwarf guy through that thing last time, you reckon that was right near the forge?
did you say the forge constellation was directly above us?
Ish. It covers the valley sky,
Right. Okay. Fine.
so it's a massive piece that you take a bit. It takes you about 10-15 minutes to look all over this sky.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'd misunderstood. I thought it was above the sky, above a certain building. What?
Oh no,
But
sorry.
it's not that.
No, it is the sky. Yeah.
Yeah, follow the star. Is there anything that looks like the forge that you got stuck on? If you can remember when you sort of zoned out for a bit, Tive.
Just about.
Not in the immediate vicinity.
Start looking around the town for effectively an anvil.
That was just an anvil, though. That wasn't a forge.
But I didn't have to heat anything up to forge it. And I literally made a rune.
Yeah, but it was just an anvil.
In my experience of blacksmiths, anvils are normally quite near forges.
Yes, hence why I said, let's find a blacksmith. And then everyone started looking at me like, well, that might be true. There's other things.
So,
No, you said baker. I said blacksmith.
roll initiative. So,
Yeah.
right.
Go it down, Gawain.
Tavir, what are you looking for with your perception check that you're about to roll?
Oh, mate, no. I don't want to use a perception check. I want to slowly, carefully look.
Alright, you slowly, carefully look. Roll me a perception
I roll
check.
your perception check.
You cannot get away
my
from
God,
the
I
roll.
actually scored one.
No, it's not too bad.
So you got a
10.
You have no bonus in perception. So Zek, what are you looking for? Are you looking for a blacksmith or a baker with your perception check?
I'm looking for both. But predominantly, I'm looking for a blacksmith because
So-
people don't believe in bakers.
Blacksmith. I don't believe him. There's a star constellation. Right, so you're looking for blacksmiths. Tavir, you're looking for a forge.
The anvil.
The anvil, yep. Gawain, Jesus, what are you looking for?
Blacksmith.
Cool. Sinis, are you doing a perception check or are you just taking
I am
in
going to
the
do a
area?
perception check.
Jesus!
However,
Divine gods.
You find the baker.
what I'm looking for,
Find the
because
door.
I'm pretty sure we will find the building we're looking for. I'm looking for essentially what each one of them is. I know that sounds really silly, but I want to investigate the building and see if what all of them are. I want to find one with a forge in it, but I want to know what the rest of them do too.
Oh, so also the role of the building.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
Or like, if I know this sounds very silly, but if there's something obvious, like there's a signpost here.
This way.
Yeah, basically.
Placard on the front of the thing.
Or thinking about the layout of towns in general.
Okay.
Well, that there's sometimes a street of artificers and stuff like that. I know it's not that big.
Street of
But...
tradesmen, a couple of streets of like Gamadal.
So, whilst Tavir is walking around town, the rest of you, I mean, Tavir definitely looks like he's looking for something, but probably himself. Gawain and Zek and Sinis, you do locate a building that has a almost dome shape to it with a chimney flute, and when you enter it,
It's gravy
there
time.
is thank you for the follow, me Grimlock.
That was weird. We entered and then someone followed us.
Roll initiative. So you notice that this is clearly the area where a forge blacksmith would have done their work, but the forge is long dead. It is just a memory of what was a blacksmith's. The buildings that you piece together, Sinis, just as you're all looking for this forge, there is one that seems to be quite a lot of gardening buildings where people would have done almost taken snips of plant life to encourage them to grow and such. They look, yeah. There's the majority of buildings are nurseries. There's obviously not a lot left of anything really, but you just piece together some of the really old tools that are falling apart and stuff, and the way the benches are laid out, that they just remind you of nurseries. You locate, and you do not locate anywhere that you could qualify as a drinking establishment. The hamlet does not have one, or doesn't appear to
God,
have
it
one.
was dry.
There is a larger building that you can assume is a communal building, and there seems to be 3 circular areas where you would fence off a tree. You know, when you first plant a young tree and you fence it off and you get about a bit of bamboo out and encourage it. There's 3 areas in this larger building. You do notice that there is a circle of chairs in that large building that are made from stone, heavily unused, but they're in a circular area facing in, so they're facing one another, and there is about 8 of them, 9 of them maybe. all facing one another. You find one of the buildings. When you look at the ceiling, it's got lots of holes in it. It doesn't take you too long with your natural 20-29 perception to see that it is a really old observation. You know what I mean? Stargazing conservatory. Observatory. Sorry, it's a conservatory.
Observatory.
Stargazing observatory. And you can start seeing those star constellations you saw before. You just turn your head a little bit and stuff. There doesn't.
Any notes?
There's what? Sorry.
Are there any notes?
There is no notes, any parchment, but you do find in the observatory area a scripture on the wall. Give me a Bardic law, because you're crap at them.
Mate, my luck's been good for the last few, so I don't want to push it.
Oh, hold.
28!
Yeah.
So I'm just going to one-to-one with Kerry from now on and just tell her a story.
That's fine.
Send me the file. I'm saying what Adi says out loud, it will take time.
Cool. The word in front of you is Glaradel. And it is, you know the word, but you don't know the language it's written in. So you've either seen the word before, in something you was reading, or heard about reading, or was pointed out, or just studying Bardic law. But yeah, Glaradel is the place. It's a place name. 2 and 2 together, probably the name of this hamlet. That means to you, this is where the first seeds were born. So all trees across Colossus, the first seeds were from here. There is also a slight rumour or inconsistency that those first seeds are responsible for the 5 Fey realms being created and born. But that's just embellishment of story as far as you know. And they journeyed these seeds that you now start. You've got the name Glaradel, the first siege, where you are, your stupidly high Bardic skill law, which is cool. You piece it all together, and the breath of the forge is a exaggerated story around a air chute that rushes through the rock to the ground, and it is said that is how the first seeds left within Colossus and went onto the surface. So somewhere in Glaradel is a geyser, but of air rather than water, that will allegedly shoot you to the surface.
Told
Looking for
you,
an air guy
big ass
to-
leaf gliding.
You want the nookie soup? Okay. So yeah, we're looking for an air chute. Yeah. But this is, yeah. It's kind of sacred to quite a few people, I would imagine.
Yep.
A little bit.
I agree.
We
It's
probably should
why
just
there's no
graffiti
drinking
things then.
establishments. They were so busy actually growing the things beer and booze is made of that they didn't actually get to the point where they made anything from it. They were nurturing the plants and the trees. They hadn't got to eating all the booze part yet.
Maybe they just got high on life.
Apparently so.
Weirdos.
Actually, yeah.
Roots did tell you that allegedly this is where the first druids were born, made, where druidic magic entered the world.
It's likely to be built for dwarves then, which is why it's smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we need to find an air chute, which is likely to correspond to something in the ceiling.
Ah,
Oh,
so
hole
kind of
in
like a
ceiling.
chimney.
Yeah. Of course, you want to find an air chute where there is a hole in the ceiling above it, otherwise you're just going to get smacked into the ceiling.
I'm not sure if it's going to be easier to look for something on the ceiling than it is on the floor. What's the light like in here? Is it twilight?
It's bright.
Oh,
It's not daylight, but you can see. like it's like a very well lit night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. 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 My thoughts are we could potentially look through the buildings and try and find notes, or any indication of where these things may be. Carvings are more likely. Druids don't particularly like to write on paper because it's essentially dead trees. So it's likely to be whatever we're looking for is carved. Yeah.
Tevere, whilst these lot are very well equipped at finding stuff, you're pottering through the buildings. You walk into a building, you look around the place, and you look around the place, it is completely empty, and then you see a image appear in front of you. This image is a humanoid, it's a 7-foot satyr, but the creature is ethereal, as if they look very young, very healthy, very vibrant. They're not hunched in any way, they are standing tall, but they are massive. And they just sort of looking around the room, and you see them walking around the room. Then they just pick things up, and they seem to be making a meal. But you didn't see any utensils there, almost like you're watching a memory or a something. And they just start making food and such. About 30 seconds later, you've lost sight of them three with your 10. You little fucker, get out of that. Sorry, I had a thing attack me. You you see this 7-foot satyr go, you little. They start making a meal, and you notice about 30 seconds later, you sort of turn to see where them three are, and Root is walking towards the building, completely ignoring you. Bald-headed, almost clean-shaven, just a bit stubble, just toodling in, covered in his wood, and walks up to this 7-foot satyr who is looking really curious at how they're making their meals. And you just hear the words from Root go, "Akarian, it's time to go." And the large satyr looks down at the dwarf. "Oh, now? Oh, I was just going to make this. All right, I suppose it's time." They're childlike and youthful, despite their size. "Follow me, Akarian." And Root leaves the building, and as they both leave the building, they just... When you look out the building, and you sort of follow them out the building, straight in front of you is the obelisk, but you don't see them till the memory goes.
Do they approach the obelisk?
They've gone, mate. They've gone. Poof.
They just dissipate.
As soon as they left the building, they dissipate, and as they dissipate in front of you, straight in front of you is the obelisk.
Oh, mate, I'm gonna headbutt this straight away.
You go over to the thing. As soon as you put your hand on the obelisk, all the glyphs light up. Tevere's having a flashback of when you first turned up and went, "There's an obelisk over there." And all the glyphs, the druidic and dwarven symbology around the light up the... Yep.
How long does it take for the lights to start glowing?
When you touch it?
Yep.
Maybe 3-4 seconds.
Cool. In the instant they start glowing, I'm going to yelp.
Okay.
"Guys, I've done something." I'm not going to take my hand off. But I'm going to yelp to the world that I've done something.
Okay. You guys hear a yelp in the distance, and the glyphs and such just go up the obelisk, and there is a beam of amber light goes up to the stars. Where it goes, you don't know.
I'm gonna run towards the yelp.
You see Tevere with his hand on an obelisk with all the glyphs and such lit up.
Like, shield out, sword out. What? You alright?
Tevere, you
the
can't.
bald dwarf is here.
You can't take your hand off Tevere. If you try.
I'm not going to attempt to.
Cool.
I'm going to shout, "The bald dwarf was here with a 7 foot, say, quick check, you said ethereal. Did you just mean young and beautiful, or did you actually mean ethereal as in actually there?
Actual ethereal, so like you were witnessing a ghostly memory.
Cracking. The dwarf was here with the ghost, and they walked outside, disappeared, and, well, I'm here. So, yes, I yelped because I saw a ghost, and now I've done this, and my hand don't want to come off.
Sinis, Tevay's found an obelisk.
It hasn't he?
Yeah.
Are there any
You want me to
bar
cut it
guests
off?
Are there
around?
any
I'm going
what?
to walk towards it while saying, are there any bar guests around? Because that's what happened last time.
Give me a perception check.
Oh god.
Wait, no!
You know, sometimes
dice failing.
not saying things is the better way.
24.
19.
So, Gavin, you notice probably Sinis as well when the way Gavin reacts. All those little creatures that look like whetstone, that shimmer to them, and the grasshopper flying death machines, maybe. They are all surrounding the hamlet. I say all. There is a lot of them surrounding the hamlet. They're all like flies to light.
Ah, I understand, Ricky Ralph.
Do they look aggressive or angry, or?
No,
look
they're
kind of
just
mesmerised by the light?
they're mesmerised. They aren't coming into the hamlet. They're on the outskirts of the hamlet. But there's a lot of them now. As the valley of all these creatures starts coming towards the hamlet.
Okay. Did you say there's writing all up the thing?
Yes, it's all very druidic and dwarven.
That's amazing. I don't have any of those, but I do have a comprehend language spell, because I think it's time we actually read one of these, and it may be a good time. So I'm going to check my spells. Give me a moment. Yes, I do. It's a 2nd level spell. I do still have a slot. Target can understand the meaning of a single language. It's hearing or reading when you cast the spell. Doesn't understand codes. Yeah, I'm going to say to people, I can cast a spell that lets me read this obelisk. It only lasts for an hour. I think right now might be a prudent time to do it, but I'm also aware that we may end up, this may be bad. Can you take your hand off it?
No.
Is that no you can't, or no you don't want to try?
I physically tried pulling my arm back and it didn't work. So I assume we had going in it.
I grab Tevay's wrist and try and pull.
I was going to say, before you do anything, Gavain,
Uh-huh.
I want to try something else.
Sure.
You want me to just cut it off?
I love Zach.
I will.
I will tease your ass.
You won't do anything. You got a hand stuck on a rock. I'd love to see you try and wiggle both hands at me.
I kind of want to daze him.
I just want to push his head to the rock till his tongue gets stuck. I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
I'm just going to...
So Gavain is morally indifferent to this, Sinis, just saying.
So, Tevay, what are you doing?
trying to put my 2nd hand on, see if it basically pulls me in.
Yeah! No spells for you now!
So, everyone attacks Tevay. So, you grab the obelisk. You start hearing Tevay speak Dwarven as he's repeating a Dwarven sentence, almost like the casting of a spell. Just behind Tevay, you can see the ghostly visage of Root, the bald dwarf that you saw before, with both hands on Tevay's shoulders.
Hey, that dwarf ghost is touching up our goblin.
Anyone speak Dwarven?
No.
Nah,
now might be an
language,
idea.
lady. Dwarven.
Cool. The language on the obelisk, it's less sentences and more symbols used, but you get the gist of it with the comprehend. It is calling for the breath of the forge. It is calling for the way for the seeds to rise. There's a consistent, way to take them to the surface. Spread the seed. What a sentence that I never thought I would say ever in RPGs. But essentially, that's what it is. It is speaking of spreading the seed across Colossus. the first seeds.
Calling the spell to spread the seeds and to call the breath of the forge.
Teve is full on Rafiki in it, in Dwarven. But Teve is asking in Dwarven permission to accept the breath of the forge repeatedly.
Teve is asking permission to accept the breath of the forge?
Give me a diplomacy check, Teve.
Oh dear. Can I do intimidation instead?
You can if you want the opposite effect. Give me a sec.
That wasn't too bad.
I rolled on that one. Teve disappears as the obelisk absorbs Teve, and you see a glowing, almost like the beam of light bulges for a moment with further amber light, and that beam, poof, fucks off up.
Alright guys, I'll get another character.
You prick! Give us back our goblin!
I look at Zach and go, it looks like Teve ascended.
He's definitely grown another foot.
Teve is gone, and the glyphs are no longer glowing, and the beam of amber light fades.
What are the little critters doing now? Are they still looking, or have they just kind of got about their business now?
Whereas before they were sort of hovering, they're now quite chaotic again, and gently flying away.
So I think that was the breath, and I think that we're supposed to touch the obelisk, because I don't have
I
anything
would.
that refutes that we shouldn't.
I agree with that summation.
So, who's next?
I'm going to push him at the obelisk if I can.
Well, it works. Zek hit the. Zek was method. I'm allowing it. So Zek.
I just want to say, shabai, pricks, shabai.
There's a weird dwarven moment there. Same thing happens. Zek, the glyphs go up the obelisk, the amber light shoots upwards, and Root appears behind Zek as Zek starts speaking dwarven. You say it lasts an hour?
Yeah, my
You're comprehend. Yeah, same thing. Asking for permission to receive the breath of the forged.
Yeah,
He's doing the
definitely.
same
And Zek's
thing.
inner monologue is, I never fucking ask permission. I fucking hate these guys.
And give me a diplomacy check, Zek.
A 12.
Jesus. A 4. Fucking what?
And I get +8 to diplomacy.
Oh, Jesus. I don't. And Zek gets absorbed into the obelisk, and again, that bulging light. Zek disappears. The amber light fades.
I was thinking I'd probably play a ranger next. I don't know,
Yeah, mate.
yeah, sound good?
Well, goblins, you start sorting out your new characters. Sinis and Sir Gawain, what are you doing? You've just seen them two bugger off. Light goes. Same thing happened with the creatures. They came in with the light. They went back to like an on-off switch.
I'm going to enjoy a couple of seconds of well-deserved silence.
Gawain and Sinis are literally like. Pint?
We finally did it. We did it, Sinis. We finally done it.
Oh my god!
Should we just live here?
It's a nice place. I mean, has it got food, water, shelter?
It doesn't have a bakery, I'm just saying.
It doesn't have 2 goblins as well.
Man, it's like we should go and do our own adventuring group.
The great thing is none of you have heard this.
So, Teve and Zek, you're not there.
Yeah.
Gawain, Sinis, what are you doing?
Gawain, you go next. If they need backup, that's fine.
I was going to say, I don't actually feel like I should leave you alone, but it does feel like this place is not antagonistic towards you, so sure, I will. As long as you promise to follow close behind.
I may take a couple of seconds of blessed silence, but yes, after that.
Take a minute or 2. Because it actually takes. I noticed that the chanting seems to take a while anyway, so.
Yeah.
I'll say a quick prayer to the Ivy Knight and crack, crack, crunch, crunch, flex, crack, pop, knuckles, blah blah, and then
boom. The draconic iconography on Gavain's holiness lights up as in Dwarven you hear him asking for permission. It then comes through in Sylvan and then Draconic. You comprehend languages?
I only comprehend one.
Ah, so he speaks. You recognise the language that is. So you know what he's saying in Dwarven.
Yeah.
He then says a couple of sentences in Sylvan and a couple of sentences in Draconic, and then give me a diplomacy check. Give in. Oh Jesus! So I've rolled a nat 1, a 4, and a 5.
I rolled an 18 and
Yep.
I get a 26.
Damn. Slightly larger orb in the amber light, but yeah, Gavain. Off he fucks.
Hooray! Bifrost.
Heimdall, I see everything. Just you, Sinis.
Yep, I'm gonna have a second of and then touch the thing.
You know what you need to do? You need to smoke a cigar.
No, I'll touch the thing.
So you touch the thing again. They light up. Pull a fate card and tell me what you got.
Ooh,
Show
8 of
me.
cups. Give me 1 second. Doo-doo.
Show it to the people at home when you get a chance.
Yeah.
I.e. me.
So it's the Ace of Cups and it's inverted.
It's the what? Sorry.
Ace of Cups inverted.
Ace
it's
of Cups,
self-love, intuition, and repressed emotions.
Yeah, you repress those emotions.
Cool.
Every damn day.
You feel yourself asking for permission for the breath of the forge, and give me a diplomacy check.
This is the one I bloody fail now.
You're essentially
This is where it rolls higher.
you're essentially setting
The
my
90.
DC. So 19. I rolled a 17. So you get absorbed by the obelisk. It shoots you up through the beam. What all four of you experience while going through this amber light is a peace you never thought you could experience ever. There's no rushing of wind, there's no G-force, you are not getting propelled. You are simply in somewhere, sat wherever makes your personal character feel at rest, at zen. It's like you just sat, chilling out, kind of waiting for a bus type thing. And there is feels like, you almost get that feeling of, I need to, probably got to go to bed soon. It's been absolutely such a long day. And there is a flash of amber light, and you all awake in a forest that is thick with tree roots, fauna, an overwhelming presence of life, of greenery. Then you start noticing the colours everywhere. You're sort of looking around and you see one another. Zek by a tree stump. You see Tiv in a bunch of red-petaled flowers. Gavain is against a tree where the bark looks scaled. And Sinis is stood in a glade. And there seems to be almost musical notes, just ding, 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 pinging around her, and they fade away. You all notice coming out of the greenery towards you, humanoids about the size of Gavain, very similar looking to Gavain, except they are full orc, not half orc. They are wearing attire befitting those that live within a forest. Hide and greenery and roots and bits of leather and such, covering shoulders, chests, all around their torsos and such. They have all orcs of Savai are grey, but these particular ones, you can see the base grey of their skin, but where they've got a enchanted arcane green sheen to their skin. All just approaching you. They don't look aggressive. They're just coming towards you with curiosity in their eyes. Give me a Bardic Law roll, Sinis, for the last roll of the night.
Oh.
Hero point.
I think I have a hero point left, so I'm going to do it again. That's better. 21.
Cool. You are very confident that you are in the forest known to most as Derev Ayar. The forest of Derev Ayar. Which is where the dragon Emrys was said to have laid down and gone to sleep forever, and the forest was made from their corpse or being or what was left of them.
Is this the forest that's in the north?
It is indeed, if you were to look at
so
your map.
we've well overshot the capital.
You have indeed.
Oh shit, those dwarfs are fucked.
Wow, fuck the dwarves. We need to take these packages so we can get the money.
So,
I'm just going to sit there waiting for us to come out.
we will end tonight's session there, because
A
it's
horse!
after 11, and it is bastard up. I am not enjoying this. You lunatics, take your masks off.
No, a method. I do not take it off until the camera is gone.
Robert Downey Jr. over here. Tropics Wonder. So thank you very much for those that watched. That was a lot deeper session than I expected. Well played, Sinis. So yeah, so hopefully those that were watching enjoyed the lore and it was tweaked you enough that you go tell your friends and bring more to watch us next Saturday, every Saturday from about 8 o'clock. We had a cool little fight at the beginning where, again, when these lot get their rolls in, the damage output they have is horrendous. They haven't yet faced a creature that is their level. I've always put one against them that's a little bit higher with a bit of a tweak, and they've obliterated it. So, yeah, well played. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you could go watch this straight on Twitter, actually, on the VOD to watch it, or you can wait for it to jump up on YouTube. If you want to go back to YouTube and watch the stuff that we've done previously. This is only session 5, so you've only 4 sessions to catch up on. I will say the first session gives an adventure hook that is nothing like the next 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
Seriously, we've got dead dwarves, weird scorpions, and I've still got 6 parcels strapped to me that are going to make us an awful lot of money.
And Gawain's got a letter that he needs to
one love letter.
take on the squire.
Oh yeah, we got the love letter. Oh my god, so many plot hooks.
So
He's got a squire somewhere that's just like, does he not want me?
No, you're crap. Goblins are superior.
So
It's alright. Test 1, patience.
let's rock it out. Thank you very much, players. Thank you very much, people, for watching. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the raid earlier on. Take care of yourselves, and we're live again tomorrow with Dice of the Beholder playing their 5e campaign. They're very good friends of ours, and they've got a great story that they're telling. So about 7:30, 8 o'clock tomorrow, jump on the channel and you can see their episode 30 odd. They're blasting it out. So yeah, so thank you very much. Take care of yourselves and say goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.
Goodbye, players.